Hello, everyone. I think, let me, hold on. Hello, everyone. I am BowserJrXD. Welcome to the Cracker Barrel 400 at Nashville Superspeedway, race 14 of 36 for the NASCAR Cup Series in 2025. We're kicking off the second half of the regular season. Yeah, wild how fast time flies there. And I'm realizing my face is probably being covered by the watermark in the corner of the video, so I'm probably have to fix my configuration a bit. But we're at the 1.333 mile concrete oval, the pride of Middle Tennessee. At least it is in my vision, even though it probably should be the Nashville Fairgrounds. The NASCAR Cup Series goes to 8 tracks that are 1 mile to less than 1.5 mile. Nashville is number 3, coming after Phoenix and Darlington. Ross Chastain won the 600 last year. He won at Nashville 2 years ago. Can he go back-to-back this time? Back-to-back races, not back-to-back years. Corey Heim is making his second start in the 67 this year. When he ran at Kansas, he was the best finisher of his team, finishing in 13th. Can we see another strong performance? Last year had 5 overtimes, which saw Joey Logano win his way into the playoffs and eventually the championship. Will we see such shenanigans again? Find out right now.
Welcome back for just the 5th Cup Series race at NASCAR's.
Also, as a note, I will have to leave during part of the stream to eat dinner. So, if you see me dip out, I will be back. Okay, it's,
Well, I was talking about Denny Hamlin for a couple of reasons. It's such a difficult racetrack. It takes everything you've got, all the experience, the discipline. He's been so fast here. He's been fast of late. He's got a baby on the way. He's just loving life with the speed in this number.
No, okay.
I really
I'm still
think
being.
a veteran is going to take it. Like I said, it's Denny Hamlin. I got $5. You're going to pay me if he wins this thing. This is going to be great.
Well, Denny is second in 10 lap average. I'm taking the guy that's first in 10 lap average. That's Tyler Reddick.
That works.
He needs to turn that season around.
All
I think he does it tonight. Tyler Reddick, ladies and gentlemen, is here like the front half of his haircut. All business.
Trying to figure this out. My lighting.
Well, Denny has a little boy on the way. Tyler and his wife, Alexa, just welcomed their second baby boy. They announced it just
That
a
works.
few hours ago, a little boy named Rookie. Let's send it up to a trio of veterans. It's time for the boys in the booth to take over. It's Steve Letarte, Dale Earnhardt Jr., and Adam Alexander.
Thank you, Danielle. Of course, today we turn the calendar to June. We reached the second half of the regular season in NASCAR. I look at the schedule, and the tracks coming up are really tough. So what do drivers face?
Nashville, the track they've been repeatedly cited as a hard-to-pass track. We've saw some good battles over the weekend, but it's something to keep in mind in this 300-mile event. 300-lap event.
Off of turn 4, Steve, the drivers are talking about it in practice, giving them a lot of problems. Yeah, the challenges for the drivers are going to be on display. We're going to see it all night long, but it doesn't get any easier for the men on top of the pit boxes. This is truly a riddle. We've seen green flag runs. We've seen 5 overtimes a year ago. You don't know if there's going to be a caution-filled race, a green flag race, and the tires just lose so little grip, and it's all about fuel conservation. Really, you're not sure what type of race you're going to see.
Now let's go with drivers to watch in tonight's race. There are some really good ones starting up there at the front.
Yeah, Ross Chastain is one of them, starting 5th, coming off that 600 Coke win. I wrote them off, honestly. Didn't think the team had what it took. He publicly criticized his team. They have turned it around, and now sitting here, possibly winning 2 in a row. He's 3 top 5s in the last 4 races here with a win. So a strong run tonight from Ross Chastain could be coming. Well, you said it. Last week, turned the season around for Ross Chastain. This race a year ago turned the season around for Joey Logano. This was his only regular season win. This is what created that burden in the playoffs that carried on to a championship for Joey Logano. So he doesn't look great on the speed chart, but they know how to manufacture finishes. I don't put anything past the 22.
4 races here at Nashville, 4 different winners. The guys you talked about, Ross Chastain, Joey Logano won the last 2. But I want to go back to 2021. Kyle Larson. I mean, he started 28th tonight. We haven't talked about him all weekend.
I'm perplexed. Dale said that earlier in the meeting. I thought it was the perfect word because he's just not as fast as he normally is. So is this a new average Kyle Larson? Because it'll be the first time ever. Or are they hiding something? Are they going to be better? Yeah, I'm a little bit nervous with the speed ahead in practice and qualifying. This is Kyle Larson we're talking about, man.
I'm not jumping off the bandwagon.
No,
I can promise you that.
Don't give away your seat yet.
And hey, starting 28th, he's going to put on a show driving to the front for all of us. We're about ready to go in Nashville. Let's send it trackside for the command.
And now, here to say the most famous words in motorsports, Please welcome four-time Academy of Country Music Award nominee and top-selling singer-songwriter, Ernest.
Nashville, Tennessee. The sun does shine on Music City. And drivers, start your engine!
Command is given. A good command for that. And the crowd is roaring. 38,000 in the sold-out grandstands as they watch 39 drivers ready to hit the track. And I, once again, did not fill out my thing properly, so I might stumble through this a bit. Okay, time for your starting lineup. Starting 39th, driving the number 66, Ayers Ford for Garage 66, 30 years old, from Knoxville, Tennessee, Chad Fincham. But I missed a modified race earlier, a race that was won by Matt Hirschman, the brother to NASCAR spotter Tony Hirschman. Starting, let me just check that okay. Starting 38th, driving the number 44. Get that shit out of the way. Fanatic Sportsbook Chevrolet for New York Racing Team. 48 years old, from Phoenix, Arizona, J.J. Yaley. Starting 37th, driving the number 35, Monster Energy Toyota for 2311 Racing. 26 years old, from Las Vegas, Nevada, Riley Herbst. Starting 36th, driving the number 42, DriveValue.com Toyota for Legacy Motor Club. 27 years old, from Mooresville, North Carolina, John Hernemachek. Starting 35th, driving the number 34, Loves Travel Stops Ford for Front Row Motorsports. 25 years old, from Sherrills Ford, North Carolina, Todd Gilliland. Starting 34th, driving the number 51, Arby's Ford for Rick Ware Racing. 29 years old, from Greensboro, North Carolina, Cody Ware. Starting 33rd, driving the number 67, Chiefs Toyota for 2311 Racing. 22 years old, from Marietta, Georgia, Corey Heim. Starting 32nd, driving the number 99, Tootsie's Orchid Lounge Chevrolet for Trackhouse Racing. 33 years old, from Monterrey, Mexico, Daniel Suarez. Backtracking a bit, Riley Herbst in 37th, the first of the two rookies in the field. Starting 31st, driving the number 10, Grizzly Nicotine Pouches Chevrolet for Colleague Racing. 33 years old, from Louisville, North Carolina, Ty Dillon. Starting 30th, driving the number 4, Rush Truck Centers Ford for Front Row Motorsports. 25 years old, from Las Vegas, Nevada, Noah Gregson. Starting 29th, driving the number 41, HaasTooling.com Ford for Haas Factory Team. 27 years old, from Ladera Ranch, California, Cole Custer. Starting 28th, driving the number 5, HendrickCars.com Chevrolet for Hendrick Motorsports. 32 years old, from Elk Grove, California, Kyle Larson. Starting 27th, driving the number 38, Mystic Lubricants Ford for Front Row Motorsports. 25 years old, from Huntington Beach, California, Zane Smith. Starting 26th, driving the number 77, Ziegler Auto Group Chevrolet for Spire Motorsports. 22 years old, from Portage, Michigan, Carson Hosevar. Starting 25th, driving the number 8, Zone Chevrolet for Richard Childress Racing. 40 years old, from Las Vegas, Nevada, Kyle Busch. Starting 24th, driving the number 48, Ally Chevrolet for Hendrick Motorsports. 32 years old, from Tucson, Arizona, Alex Bowman. Starting 23rd, driving the number 88, Red Bull Chevrolet for Trackhouse Racing. 36 years old, from Auckland, New Zealand, Shane Van Gisbergen, the highest starting rookie. Starting 22nd, driving the number 54, Interstate Batteries Toyota for Joe Gibbs Racing. 22 years old, from Charlotte, North Carolina, Ty Gibbs. Starting 21st, driving the number 3, Toys for Tot Chevrolet for Richard Childress Racing. 35 years old, from Louisville, North Carolina, Austin Dillon. Starting 20th, driving the number 21, Freightliner Ford for Wood Brothers Racing. 34 years old, from Hendersonville, Tennessee, Josh Berry. Starting 19th, driving the number 60, Trimble Ford for Roush Fenway Keselowski Racing. 34 years old, from Berlin, Connecticut, Ryan Preece. Starting 18th, driving the number 7, Garner Trucking Chevrolet for Spire Motorsports. 26 years old from Winnemac, Indiana, Justin Haley. Starting 17th, driving the number 16, Leaf Filter Gutter Protection Chevrolet for Colleague Racing. 43 years old from Los Gatos, California, AJ Allmendinger. Starting 16th, driving the number 2, Discount Tire Ford for Team Penske. 26 years old from Mooresville, North Carolina, Austin Cindric. Starting 15th, driving the number 12, Menards Cardell Cabinetry Ford for Team Penske. 31 years old from High Point, North Carolina, Ryan Blaney. Starting 14th, driving the number 43, Dollar Tree Toyota for Legacy Motor Club. 29 years old from Byron, Michigan, Eric Jones. Starting 13th, driving the number 47, NOS Energy Chevrolet for JTG for Hayek Motorsports. 37 years old from Olive Branch, Mississippi, Ricky Stenhouse Jr. Starting 12th, driving the number 23, Chumba Casino Toyota for 2311 Racing. 31 years old from Mobile, Alabama, Bubba Wallace. Starting 11th, driving the number 9, Kelly Blue Book Chevrolet for Hendrick Motorsports. 29 years old from Dawsonville, Georgia, Chase Elliott. Now for the top 10. Starting 10th, driving the number 17, Kroger Oikos Ford for Roush Fenway Keselowski Racing. 32 years old from Prosper, Texas, Chris Buescher. Starting 9th, driving the number 22, Shell Pennzoil Ford for Team Penske. 35 years old from Middletown, Connecticut, Joey Logano. Starting 8th, driving the number 71, Delaware Life Chevrolet for Spire Motorsports. 40 years old from Glendale, Arizona, Michael McDowell. Starting 7th, driving the number 20, DeWalt Toyota for Joe Gibbs Racing. 30 years old from Norman, Oklahoma, Christopher Bell. Starting 6th, driving the number 6, Solomon Plumbing Ford for Roush Fenway Keselowski Racing. 41 years old from Rochester Hills, Michigan, Brad Keselowski, the highest starting Ford. Starting 5th, driving the number 1, Busch Country Chevrolet for Trackhouse Racing. 32 years old from Alva, Florida, Ross Chastain. Starting 4th, driving the number 45, Pinnacle Toyota for 2311 Racing. 29 years old from Corning, California, Tyler Reddick. Starting 3rd, driving the number 24, Raptor High Heat Chevrolet for Hendrick Motorsports. 27 years old from Charlotte, North Carolina, William Byron. Starting on the outside pole, driving the number 11, Progressive Toyota for Joe Gibbs Racing. Also, Byron, highest starting Chevrolet. Starting outside pole, driving the number 11, Progressive Toyota for Joe Gibbs Racing. 44 years old from Chesterfield, Virginia, Denny Hamlin. And on the pole, driving the number 19, Bass Pro Shops Toyota for Joe Gibbs Racing. With a pole time of 29.125 seconds and an average speed of 164.395 miles per hour. 30 years old from Mitchell, Indiana, Chase Briscoe. That is your starting lineup for today's Cracker Barrel 400.
Kyle Busch, Carson Hocevar, a lot of excitement back here in row 13 as we watch those two try to move to the front. Zane Smith will be in row 14 next to Kyle Larson all the way back to 28. Cole Custer and Noah Gregson make up row 15, Marty.
Mid-pack start for Alex Bowman in 24th, and he said, honestly, I feel like our practice pace was pretty good. Maybe the best we've ever had at Nashville, but qualifying in that first group is so tough. He said, I'll admit, not my best track here at Nashville, but I think we'll race way better than we qualified.
Thank you, Marty. And now we go back to row 16. Ty Dillon making his 500th NASCAR start. He's there with Daniel Suarez. Made his 300th start in the Cup Series last week. Row 17, you got Corey Hahn, truck sensation, making his second start of the year. Driving alongside Cody Ware at the beginning of this race. John Hunter Nemechek, 2 top 10s of the last 3 races. Row 18 is where he is with Todd Gilliland. And row 19 tonight, Riley Herbst, J.J. Yaley. Herbst, the rookie from Las Vegas. And rounding out the field tonight from Knoxville, Tennessee, it's Chad Benson in the 66. Just about ready to roll them off, so with that, talk about strategy to get the subway track facts.
Yeah, 300 laps.
I see the fireworks going off as well.
95 stage 2, 115 stage 3.
I love it, even relatively low attendance, low capacity at 38,000. I love how much you can hear the fans in this shot. Well, yeah. Pace car is rolling off. It'll be 300 laps around the 1.333 mile D-shaped concrete oval. Briscoe and Hamlin, Gibbs teammates leading the field. Here they come. We are green at Nashville. Briscoe leading the field. Hamlin's in second. Byron's in third. They're going a little single file. We'll go look as we look at the top five. Jeez, can't talk. 2, 3 wide, a little farther around the pack. As I think I see one slow car, probably the 66. Here comes a blue car. I can't even tell what number that is. Trying to deep to the inside. It's Reddick to the inside of William Byron for third. Briscoe leads lap 1. And Allmendinger is serving his drive-through penalty. He was required to do this penalty, and I think he has to stop and go because of the penalty due to his car chief. Well, maybe not his car chief, but his crew was caught modifying his splitter at the start. After tech inspection. Shane Van Gisbergen trying to hold on, I think, because that's backwards from where he started. Here comes the field. Let's see if they lap the 16. Yeah, they certainly will at speed. Maybe look at the free pass, assuming that this run doesn't go on for too long. Kyle Larson, yes, he had an incident, but he saved it. Can we get a replay on that? He's way back. That's last place. Well, besides the 16 and the 66. What happened? Here's the replay we're getting. Trying to dip under Ty Gibbs. A little bump for Zane Smith. He gets loose in the goose. Gets loose in the goose again. Saves the car and keeps it going. But it's a track that it's hard to pass at, so any mistake is magnified.
By the way, those are 2 drivers that have won here at Nashville. It speaks to how challenging this place is. Marty, what's up with Larson?
Not a word, Adams, when Kyle Larson got what happened right there, but I think Junior nailed it. He just got way too free.
Gets by Rick Ware. Next is working on John Hunter, who had a great run in last week's Coke 600.
But we have to be very smart about the positions we put ourselves in to gain those spots. So you got to wonder, Junior, would Larson now drive maybe a little more conservatively early in this race?
Well, I think he knows he's got plenty of race car, and he's savvy enough, smart enough as a race car driver to know not to drive over his head in this situation. He's got a lot of traffic in front of him. He's going to have opportunities to beat a lot of these cars on pit road tonight. Plenty of people are going to make tons of mistakes to get more track position. So he's in good shape. As long as the car's there, that was the one thing we were worried about.
Going to the outside of Suarez now.
What kind of speed does the car even have? So that's still,
Trying to split the middle with Suarez and Herbst. Herbst slams the door there. Larson's going to follow Herbst around the outside of Daniel Suarez, it looks like, to get to 33rd.
Gibbs. Gibbs is 21st. Larson had driven in the first couple of laps from 28th to 22nd. So he was gaining on the competition, and all signs were that he was
the Yaley was the car that was way off, because the 44 is already a lap down.
Briscoe 0.4 of a second in front of teammate Denny Hamlin. National Debt Relief taking us on board here.
It's a great bumper camera there showing us the asphalt or the concrete and exactly what that looks like, how imperfect the surface is. It's so rough. You see the chatter as he goes around this racetrack.
There we go. Especially on that backstretch, you can see it's not as smooth as it might look, despite being concrete.
Kind of bounces across the joints. Big bump right there. Another one right here for stay on board. Right
Bam. Yeah, right on the exit of 4. Kind of like Charlotte, but not as severe.
Talk about maybe a problem on the long run is they're losing grip of the car. You've got somebody on your door on your left side and making you really tight right there. You can bounce tight or loose across that bump lane on corner exit turn 4. We'll keep an eye on that.
This feels a little bit like a broken record. I think back to last week, Cook 600. You got Briscoe on the pole. He's up front.
Byron's driven away from Reddick, who was flagging, trying to knocking on him for 3rd.
19, 11, 24, and 45. And I'll say, Steve, tonight has started much better.
Kyle Busch and Ty Dillon. This is a battle outside the top 20, I believe. So Busch stay outside of Ty Dillon, and Alex Bowman and Zane Smith going at it. So that's 25th through 28th. Larson's past Herbst for 32nd. Busch hold it.
Good grip kind of all over the racetrack. I think early the bottom is going to be the
He got it.
It wouldn't shock me to see him move up the racetrack as the tires age. Yeah, the car spun out in practice off of that turn 4. As a lot of teams are kind of surprised and caught off guard by the severity of the bumps as they get worse every year. The tunnel bump over turn 3 and 4, the ground just settling around that tunnel, and that track just kind of sinking down creates a stronger, more difficult bump to get through each time we come back. And hard to believe that Kyle Busch last top 10 early April Darlington. I mean, you talk about trying to recover, Dale. This is what you mentioned right here in practice. Yeah, you'll see the car back there in the middle of the corner just get loose.
I saw the footage of his wreck.
Down the racetrack. John Berry had the same issue. Right early in the second segment of practice, right in the second group of practice, we saw a couple cars get loose, and that's the bump they ground. You see that little light space right there? They ground that to make this a little bit more comfortable for the drivers and teams, because it does get, as this dirt settles around that tunnel, that sinks down and creates a stronger bump, and apparently it's not that severe up high when they go into the high groove. I'd chase up there and try to find that comfort out of that bump in turn 3 and 4.
Look at the top 5. A lot of Toyotas there. Briscoe, Hamlin, Byron, Reddick, and Bell were off and rolling on a Sunday night at Music City.
Whoa, who are you guys?
I'm you from the past.
And I'm you from the future.
Look, I need a cool outfit for a party.
And I'm looking for a suit for my daughter's wedding.
I might be able to help you fill us out. Life is a journey. Fandy is the wardrobe that grows with you. Tailored for every milestone. Look your best, dress the win. Fandy.
Win one championship, you're celebrated. Win twice, they call you a hero. 3 times, they say words like legend and dynasty. But when you've won it all 7 times, the trophy speaks for itself. Introducing the full lineup of Ram trucks. Ram, 7-time winner of Motor Trend.
Larson passes Todd Gilliland for 31st.
Purchase and get an average of $10,900 below MSRP on the 2025 Ram 1500 Laramie, plus $2,000 bonus cash on select models and dealer inventory.
The 3 for Me, only at Chili's, is now available with the all-new Big QP, fries, bottomless chips and salsa, and a bottomless drink, all for just $10.99. So if you're McDone with Thai
Looks like
bowl,
Hamlin's getting closer to Briscoe, I think.
Chili's 3 for Me is the best $10.99 you can eat.
But this is a track that will probably be relatively easy to aero block, considering right now the rubber has not been laid in yet, and the track has not widened.
A diagnosis doesn't define you. Even ATTR cardiac amyloidosis. You've come a long way. Your path was never set in stone. You charged ahead. So why would life with ATTR-CM define you? You have the power of choice. Attruby is an oral medicine used to treat adults with ATTR-CM to reduce death and hospitalization related to heart problems. People taking Attruby saw an impact on health-related quality of life and were 50% less likely to be hospitalized for heart issues, giving you more chances to do what you love with who you love. Tell your doctor if you're pregnant, plan to become pregnant, or are breastfeeding, and about the medications you take. The most common side effects were mild and included diarrhea and abdominal pain. If you you have ATTR cardiac amyloidosis, ask your cardiologist if Attruby is right for you. It's time to get busy living.
You're watching the Cracker Barrel 400. Chase Briscoe started on the pole. He's led the first 19 laps, but company coming. Hamlin there, but just trying to figure out a move to get around his teammate.
Yeah, the teams are starting to find a little bit of speed up the racetrack, and we were hoping for that, and it's already happened. And you can see Denny running at the top of the racetrack, down to the bottom right here, 3 and 4. He's tried the top, probably doesn't like it. That's why he went to the bottom. But you see, had a little trouble with that bump, lose a little bit of grip and speed off of that corner. Watch down here, turn 1 and 2. See what Denny does. See if he goes to the top of the racetrack. It's been working for him. Yep, right up the racetrack here. Not all the way to the top, using that middle groove. And look at the gain that he didn't get down the back straightaway. Starts to close in a little bit. There's a car length, another half a car length, another half a car length. Just got to keep chipping away at it, Steve. Lap after lap, corner after corner. That's the key. It's a game of inches. Charlotte, we saw big runs. You can make up 3-4 car lengths. Here at Nashville, every car length is a big, big game that you just don't give it up. You have to be a little defensive, try to keep the game. He has to go outside of the dirty air that the 19 cars created. Right behind the 19 car there is very dirty. You need a lot of clean air coming underneath your car to provide the downforce and grip. So the 11 has to offset in the corner. And the 19 can also chase his car up the racetrack. Now, he's not pinned to the bottom right there. He's up the racetrack a little bit, trying to dirty that air that Denny's going to look for. And that's the game. That's this fun game this car presents. I know it frustrates the drivers a little bit, but it's so fun to see them challenge and try to put together passes and outsmart each other, kind of pat them out, trying to make you guess incorrectly on where to run on the racetrack.
Here's what's interesting to me. These two running so tight at the front, but William Byron, the second half or more back in third. So even though these two are racing so closely for the top spot, really no William Byron inside.
Well, he's there. He's just not as fast. At least right now. Larson up to 30th now.
They were strong here in the past years and strong again in practice.
Now Hamlin's, I can see him, as we were talking about before, trying to find space. Hamlin's now going high. Briscoe, I think, drifted up a tad.
You know, Chase Elliott's right there in 6th, so they've got speed. But I believe that the Gibbs cars just have a little bit more when we come to this racetrack. We'll see what happens though. A big shift in grip and temperature. This track's going to change a ton throughout the night. And the same thing we saw at the 600. Somebody that might not be running really, really awesome at the start of the race could come on late.
But I will say this, for Briscoe, taking advantage of an opportunity. Ultimately, you want to win, and the expectation is there when you start on the pole. But he comes in 40 points above the cut line. You have got to maximize and get stage points, something he didn't do when he started at the front last week.
Yeah, then he's right there, just about in position. And you're right, the pressure is on Briscoe because even though Trix kind of struggled, let's see what happens here. You wouldn't want to let him go by. You're not going to race your teammate quite as hard as you might race everybody else. But, man, to win these races, and that's what he wants to do, you have to control the front of the field. And you have to race every position, even this early in the race, like it's for the win.
The 19 now is trying to commit to the lane almost second.
So like his Briscoe's trying to run both the lane that Hamlin's running and the bottom. And it's an interesting maneuver. It's an interesting combo you've got to juggle, basically.
Tries to get lower on the racetrack. So that line right there where Briscoe's maybe a half a car off the bottom, that makes the bottom, very bottom, really not an option for Denny. And that also kind of dirties or muddies up the air in the higher groove. Denny's going to have to find even more grip way up the racetrack if he wants to make this pass. I just don't
He lost a lot of time there, about a 10th.
Speed on that longer route around. And you can see the difference now. The 19's kind of moved around, dirtied the air up, Denny slipped back a little bit. Kind of going to regroup, maybe cool his tires down, make another charge at it.
Let's go down to Trevor Bain. It's our Cracker Barrel 400 Hit Road Report.
Yes, sir, Adam. I've got the 22 car.
Logano currently running in 8th.
We're concerned with their short run speed during practice, but felt that around lap 30, which we're coming up on, their car came to life. Looking pretty good on short run speed, though. Able to move up from 9th to 8th here. Spotter Coleman Presley really getting Joey to move around and change his entry some. Tim.
Chris Fisher running in the 12th position, and for this team, it's been a little bit of a sigh of relief.
Hold on.
Heels pan on that for their penalty back from Kansas. That 60-point penalty was reduced to 30. Now they find
Kyle Larson up to 30th.
Driver Austin Cindric sitting in the 15th position. Chatted with Austin yesterday. Said, honestly, I feel like yesterday was one of the better practice sessions we've had at an intermediate track this year. We're solidly in the group that can run 5th to 15th, right where he is right now in the race today. And it was also interesting, he told me, everybody's talking about the bumps in 3 and 4. I didn't think they were any worse than last year. I thought they were no different. And how you navigate those bumps tonight, Adam, could be who gets the victory lane.
Maybe it's the youth for Austin. I mean, 26 years old, he's just not worried about the bumps. So just let me drive that race car, not talking about it. Let's get an update. Kyle Larson, radio 30th right now for the guy that won here 4 years ago.
A little bit tight center where the rubber is on the bottom, but
His first stage is 90 laps. I wonder when they'll start pitting. And if, because tire wear is not a problem, I don't think that we'll see Hamlin, or it might be, but I don't think it will be. We might see, think about the possibility of Hamlin doing his typical strat to wait late into the run.
In 30th spot right here. His lap times are basically the same as all the cars around him. The leaders are running 30-30s. Some of the cars in the top 10, 30-40s. This car right here, this 5, is running 30-60s and 70s back to the field.
Two drivers to pay off the top 10. Chase Elliott, Michael McDowell.
Now Briscoe is pulling away from Hamlin.
Chase Briscoe, your race leader.
They are getting into lap traffic. I see Yaley. I see Fincham.
Check all the boxes. Juicy chicken or layers of fresh sliced deli meats? Check. All your favorite Subway sauces? Check. Plus, buy any footlong in the app, get another half off. Great deal? Check, check. Order now on the Subway app.
New to Toyota Gazoo Racing, there are a lot of unofficial rules. Rules like only pass cars on the left. Don't drive on the grass. When you win, be humble. And you know what they say. Rules are made to be broken. You in?
When I use my Bosch Bulldog rotary hammer, I feel like the man. When I can powerfully break through bricking concrete, that powerful feeling grows and grows. I feel like I have the power.
He-Man. Stenhouse and Priest duking it out with Haley and Gibbs right behind. I think that's the battle. Well, I lost my count of what battle it was for. Let's say 15th through 18th.
Don't try this.
This Xfinity Wi-Fi is
the Wi-Fi is booming like a double unicorn IPO. Sideways. It's bursting with Wi-Fi.
Well, everyone who knows a boom when they see it is going to want to hear.
The Wi-Fi's booming.
After 17 years, the NASCAR Xfinity Series roars back into Mexico. And it's not coming quietly. Saturday, June 14th, live from Mexico City.
Oh my gosh, these fans are amazing.
The temperatures will be hot. The danger will be high. And the racing will be right on the edge. The NASCAR Xfinity Series, Saturday, June 14th from Mexico City.
All right, now we're getting to the back of the regular cars, starting with Cody Ware. It looks like.
Find your favorite driver and official NASCAR merchandise by searching Shop the Race in the Amazon shopping app. 37 laps in, NASCAR's Cup Series racing at Nashville.
You know, there are a couple flaws with my strategy. It's not necessarily picking up the changes in the lead accurately. Oh, jeez. Not the lead, but changes in the field. Okay.
And that's going to give Denny Hamlin an opportunity. Anytime you got a faster car, I can't tell you how many times we've come to Nashville and we've watched Denny Hamlin try to pass the faster car for the lead. I mean, it seems like this happens at every single race here, and I love it. But the traffic is going opportunity for Denny to try to get this lead away.
Going around Gilliland.
Top here around the 34.
Yeah, so it was right after Cody Ware.
Be able to turn to the bottom if the 34 gives him the bottom. That might be an overall gain. Looks like Gillen maybe, yeah, Gillen's going to give him the top. Larson on pit road. Marty.
Pit stops. Pit stops. Here comes Briscoe.
Earlier than I thought, just because there wasn't a lot of tire fall off, and shocking for the fives, he's going to go down 2 laps, which is a big risk. Now we see Briscoe, the leader on pit road. This will get everyone's attention. He's going to kind of set the standard. Doesn't want to give up that track position, Kim.
No, absolutely not. Remember, they made some pit road mistakes last week, so they are looking for perfection on pit road this week. Really no major feedback on the car's handling from Chase, but spotter telling him other cars have more roll speed through the center, but good job wrapping up a four fresh Goodyear tires, Sunoco fuel for leader Chase Briscoe.
You see the reaction, Denny Hamlin, William Byron.
See, Bell. Oh, that's not. Yeah, that's sorry. Gregson. Van Gisbergen. Byron. Hamlin.
No real complaints from Denny Hamlin, and we kind of saw that longer run practice speed show up here in the early part of the race as well. But once he called his teammate, he could go nowhere. William Byron in front of you, Jim.
And to fire off fighting way tighter than expected. In fact, he said, I needed freed up more towards the end of that run. He did say off the corner exit, it did start to get a little bit freer. William Byron done with service.
Scheduled green flag pit stops, 40 laps into stage 1.
All right, looks like Briscoe. Well, can he get by? Yeah, he will. Briscoe will hold on to the lead.
And he will. Will Denny lose overall time? I mean, I don't know. Photocopy. Looks like exactly how they looked before they both came to pit road.
I'm anxious to see, who does run it long and how everybody plays this because the window is so wide.
Well, with Reddick staying on the racetrack,
I will be back, but dinner is a calling.
Ricky Stenhouse Jr. coming down pit road, a team in the playoffs as of right now. You see
So I'll just-
big leg adjustment. Stenhouse saying the car way too free early in the race. A 47 leads back on the racetrack.
The last 2 races here, stage 1 went green completely, 23 on pit road.
Yeah, the 23 car taking 4 tires of fuel here. Really happy with their qualifying and their effort early this weekend after 3 bad weekends in a row. Need to recover here at Nashville.
As you see Chris Buescher on the bottom of your screen, he started off neutral, but then tight center free entry is the report he gave the team before this stop.
And be very careful judging the time of these pit stops. Everyone, even at the start of the race, on different fuel loads, Trevor.
Yeah, Joey Logano going a little long there on that run. Little free in for Joey Logano right now. They were talking about getting that car better on exit, and this is the car they were referencing to. Rochester, really good on exit right now. He's one of the first ones to move that entry line around as well that we saw earlier.
Sometimes it's challenging to come off the banking, make a pit stop here speeding for Bubba Wallace. He'll have to do a drive-through penalty here under green. Chase Elliott is in. Trevor?
Alan Gutson said that the early part of their weekend is their challenge right now. If they're going to win races, they got to qualify better and run better in stage 1. They're doing that right now. Found themselves inside the top 6 for that whole run. Kim.
Michael McDowell coming off that top 10 finish at Charlotte, reporting he fired off free in turn 4 on exit, but the handling has worked its way back to him. He said the car is pretty decent right now. No major changes on this stop for Michael McDowell.
You talked about that pit entry. It's extremely aggressive coming off the banking onto pit road. And if your car is sliding around, hopping, bashing the brakes is not an option, Marty.
When Christopher Bell had to work around the car to get into a stall, checked up a little bit. We'll see if that cost him any time on the track. The early part of the run, very good for Bell. He said, if anything, it's giving him turn 1 later in the run.
Tyler Reddick leading the race. He's up there with Blaney, Cindric, Ty Gibbs, Justin Haley.
Yeah, Reddick now on pit road. He's the car at the top of your screen. Right there's Reddick. Familiar 45, new partner with Pinnacle on the side. Marty.
When everybody else pitted, Steve, Billy Scott said, we're going to take advantage of this clean air and see if we can gain a little bit on this pit stop cycle. The short one was really good for Reddick. Kind of leveled off about 25 laps into the run and a little bit too free at the end of the run as well.
You see Bubba Wallace right there serving his penalty, basically 1 lap, much like the 16 car, an extra trip down pit road. This will hurt the 45. 4 is he split the stage up kind of in the middle. He's hoping with maybe 10 to go, 15 to go in the stage that his fresher tires really fire off and makes up a bunch of time.
Before this pit cycle started, a couple cars on the racetrack getting pretty aggressive. Ryan Preece, Stenhouse, these are two hard-headed guys. When you put them close proximity on the racetrack, this is what you get. Could see both of those guys probably smiling through that whole process. I know they look like they might be frustrated with each other as we ride on board with Preece and the triple onboard camera. Right over that bump in turn 3 and 4 and see them cars sliding around in front of him. That looks like Hocevar right there out in front of the number 60. Preece is back in 27th position.
Top 11 cars yet to make a pit stop in the green flag cycle. Chase Briscoe, who was leading when this whole thing began, being scored now in the 11th position.
So think about this, right? Ryan Blaney has yet to pit, and he's running 30.2 second laps. Cars that have already pitted, they're running 30.1, 30.2, 30.3, depending on where they are. So this is why you see cars run long. Darlington, Miami, tracks where tires lose grip instantly. No chance the pit cycle takes this long. One pits, they all pit. But here at Nashville, what makes it so difficult is there's an outside chance that staying out like this for Blaney works and pays off in the long run.
51 laps in, you're watching NASCAR on Prime.
Meet the IHOP House Faves value menu. Everything's just $6. Like the breakfast faves combo. $6. French toast breakfast, $6. $6 for all this and all that. That's a lot of breakfast for $6. Weekdays at IHOP.
A Chewy order is on the way for Dash, who was just rescued yesterday by Dave, who's realizing in real time his new dog has a thing for squirrels. And there's Chewy, where Dave will order a harness and everything else Dash needs in life. Like delicious food, because squirreling can work up quite an appetite. For low prices and fast shipping, for life with pets, there's Chewy.
Why GM Genuine Parts and AC Delco? From the basics like maintenance and repair parts to powertrain components, GM Genuine Parts and AC Delco are the true original equipment for all General Motors vehicles. Plus, AC Delco Gold and Silver parts are the only aftermarket parts backed by GM. Those in the know, stay on the go with high-quality replacement parts from GM Genuine Parts and AC Delco.
Mr. Prime Minister.
Mr. President.
That can't be good.
A lot of people want you dead.
The cavalry's coming. So keep calm and carry on. Where's your backup?
There is no backup.
34 laps to go. It's stage 1 in the Cracker Barrel 400 from Nashville Superspeedway. Last year, Team Penske won in the form of Joey Logano. This year, his teammate leads, and that being Ryan Blaney. He and teammate Austin Cindric both need to make a pit stop.
Yeah, mixed up running order with cars staying on the racetrack, but you see on the racetrack, Denny Hamlin, William Byron, that will be for position, as well as Suarez, but he has yet to pit, right? So, of the drivers who have pitted 24 and 11, who's we're focused on, and Byron's putting the pressure on Hamlin.
Suarez is racing those guys for position, but he's yet to come to pit road, and you can see the difference in new tires versus old tires. Very minimal for some of the better cars, but Suarez is struggling to make lap time here late in this run. And yeah, the 24 is using the top of the racetrack, trying to get that clean air. Riding on on board with John Hunter Nemechek, Toyota Gazoo Racing onboard camera. And just barely cracking that throttle, just slowly going in the throttle around this slick concrete racetrack.
Nemechek won here last year in the Xfinity Series.
Yeah, they've been really strong. Had an awesome car last week at the 600. Not that great tonight, it don't appear. Maybe not in store for a top 10 run. They've been kind of struggling. Trevor, what you got?
Well, guys, the 12 team historically likes to run long at these type of tracks, but Blaney's getting faster right now, staying out. He's running 30.27 the last lap. The fastest car on tires, Christopher Bell, at 30.21. Will this change the strategy for the rest of the race of some of these cars who have really good long-run speed, Steve? Yeah, I'm shocked that everyone came as early as they did. Tires don't dictate that it's required. I think Blaney's proven that you're fine to stay out. So you ask yourself, what's the risk? A caution. A caution right now. Why that wouldn't hurt Byron or Reddick because they are on the lead lap. They're down track position. They had so many laps in the tires they're probably going to have to pit again. Blaney would then be the race leader.
We saw Blaney have an incredible speed in practice, Steve. And my question to you is that strategy open to everyone or just cars like Blaney that can run this kind of a lap time this late in the run?
Well, good cars make everything better, right? So I think it is definitely going to pay off the best for Blaney. But I think if you look at even Cindric in second, I don't think he's quite as fast, but it's not a huge penalty to run long. Because remember, if they go maybe 15 more laps and they pit, maybe they put a lot of fuel on board, maybe you take 2 tires at the end of the stage. Maybe you short fill at the end of the stage. I think this just opens up the opportunities is really what it's doing. Why take the risk if you don't have to early? Run long, see when the cautions come, and kind of adjust.
Best strategy is a fast race car. Is that right, crew
Yeah,
chief?
for fast race car, you know when the yellows are going to come out. That makes a lot of good decisions.
Scan the QR code to save on gaming products by Logitech G, the official wheel and pedal of eNASCAR.
Bubba Wallace is a big gamer and streamer as well, and but he's had a bit of a tough run here. Just several weeks ago, this guy had over 60 points to the cut line in the playoffs. Here's the finishes in the last 3 races. Just a abysmal 3 weeks, and that he talked about, man, it feels so good to have such a nice cushion. I've never been in this position. I'm always worried because I'm always around the bubble late and we're getting toward the playoffs, and this is so nice. Well, he has now lost all of that advantage, and then the speeding penalty tonight has them off sequence and a lap down, giving a lap to the field. So he's ran well here, had some good speed here in the past, but he needs a great run tonight.
Well, you saw the finishes. Let's show how they happened. Right here at Texas Motor Speedway, in the wreck on the backstretch, heavy damage with the inside wall. That's that 33rd place finish. Then at Kansas, wrong place, wrong time, another big impact. I mean, that is big damage. Then at the 600, once again. So you can say bad luck because you're in the wreck, but you're kind of back there. You know, rarely do we see guys wreck 3rd, 4th, 5th. You get back there in the teens or the 20s, you're bound and determined at some point to get in those accidents.
This is the time of year where we start to pay attention to the bubble battle, and we start talking about it. It's very fascinating. A lot of fun drivers around that battle that are part of the great storylines in this sport. He's still comfortably 45 points above, but just imagine if those have been even 15th, 20th place finishes, what position he might be in. So they just need to come in here tonight, overcome that speeding penalty, try to get, you know, a top 20, top 15 result, and then move on.
You see the battle for 4th. Chase Briscoe, who dominated this race early, 4th now because the top 3 have not pitted. Here's 19 radio.
Brake pedal is on the floorboard.
Oh no.
Copy. For the things we talked about here, just do your best advantage and adjust to it. Just make sure if you're pumping that you get a full release before you go to use it here. Do it good.
All right, a lot of breakdown. Brake pedal on the floorboard. That tells me that the fluid has gotten hot. The brakes have gotten hot. I don't see any brake cooling on the opening of that natural heat car. So as the fluid gets hot, the pedal gets long, and then the feedback of, hey, if you're pumping, so down the straightaway, Dale, if you're pumping the brakes to get a firm pedal, they want to make sure he takes his foot completely off it before he then goes to it at the start of the corner to make sure he has good brake application.
This track is actually harder on brakes than you would imagine. As large as it is, it looks like you can really sail the car down in the corner and have a lot of mid-corner speed. There's no grip. Mid-corner speed's really slow. You use a lot of brake to get the car slowed down to the center. And I think there's a bit of an underestimation of the heat and the humidity. Even today, the temperatures are relatively 20 degrees cooler than last year. It's still muggy hot down there and uncomfortable. Difficult for these machines.
When you see right here in the telemetry how fast these cars are going, and we're going to see 170 plus at the end of the straightaway. The bright red kind of brake pedal will come on at the bottom of the screen, knocking speed. I mean, knocking what, over 40 miles an hour out of the car.
Let's go to Marty. Adam, it seems to be a bit of a Toyota problem for the brake issues. Here was Tyler Reddick earlier in the race. Listen.
That was getting spongy now, too. I understand. I'd have you move 5. And I thought Ford was worse. Copy. Go rearward then.
So that was Tyler Reddick saying the pedal is getting spongy. He also radioed to Billy Scott later on, Kim, and said the pedal also very inconsistent. Some corners I get like a quarter in the way of the brakes and it stops. Other corners have taken almost all the brakes to get it to stop.
Well, Marty, you mentioned it might be a Toyota thing. We heard the issue with Briscoe. We just heard the issue with Tyler Reddick. The 54 of Tad Gibbs also complaining about brakes. About 20 laps ago said the brakes are starting to get really long. That pedal is just not what I need it to be.
12 of Blaney coming to pit road. A lot of talk about brakes, as you heard from all the reporters. That makes that pit entry even more difficult. You go to step on the brakes and you just don't have what you want. The 12 of Blaney was stuck behind some lap cars. Frustration was skyrocketing. Finally came to pit road. We'll see what kind of stop they have, Kim.
Yeah, the balance of that car just ill. Not what Blaney wants. It fired off tight. Then he said I had trouble turning in the center on throttle, but he felt like it was only through traffic. But ended that run tight also. So we'll look for it to free up just a little bit, Marty.
Again, I checked in with crew chief Brian Wilson for Austin Singer. I said, what about this move? He said, why not? We were 15th before. They're going to wait on fuel. Steve, why would they make that move now under green versus under caution at the end of the stage?
So it's simple calculation, but basically you can change tires faster than you can fill these cars up with fuel. So rarely, if ever, are the cars leaving full. What these teams are doing right here is they know they're going to lose time, as we see AJ Allmendinger off pit road now. So put extra fuel in here. When the field is bunched up under yellow, have a stop that's 1.5 or 2 seconds faster. That's where you actually make the most passes on pit road, is under yellow. See John Hunter Nemechek on the bottom of your screen, waiting till released by the crew. The chess matches on pit road get more and more complicated every year. We'll have to just see if this fueling strategy by the Penske teammates plays out at the end of the stage.
Justin Haley, another driver that ran it long, caught speeding when he made his pit stop. It's all cycled through. Chase Briscoe back out front.
Online security is, like, as a mom, one of the very highest priorities. There's so many things that we have to watch out for. With Spectrum, I don't have to worry about it. I know when my kids are on their devices, they are protected because I'm not always sitting right next to them. The reliability, the connectivity, the security, everything is kind of all in one. That absolutely makes it worth it to me.
Fast, reliable internet, starting at $30 a month, backed by the Spectrum commitment to keep you connected.
Welcome back to Papa John's. The finer things in life, like ordering more to save more off the Papa Pairings menu. It's all $6.99. You got a brownie.
Why are you whispering? We're making you Papa Pairings for $6.99 each. Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's.
When my doctor gave me Breasttree for my COPD, things changed for me. Breasttree gave me better breathing, symptom improvement, and reduced flare-ups.
Breasttree won't replace a rescue inhaler for sudden breathing problems. It is not for asthma. Tell your doctor if you have a heart condition or high blood pressure before taking it. Don't take Breasttree more than prescribed. Breasttree may increase your risk of thrush, pneumonia, and osteoporosis. Call your doctor if worsened breathing, chest pain, mouth or tongue swelling, problems urinating, vision changes, or eye pain occur.
Ask your doctor about Breasttree.
Check engine, ABS, or maintenance light on? There's an O'Reilly Auto Parts. Turn left, Tyler.
Take the guesswork out of your warning lights with O'Reilly Veriscan. It's free and provides a report with solutions verified by ASE certified master technicians. And if you don't want to do the repair yourself, we can recommend a shop for you.
Okay, Tyler, let's go fix your car.
Auto Parts. Every lap, every race, every bit of pain traded for every hard-fought place. They're all jammed inside every can of NOS Energy. Go ahead, open up the can.
Welcome to more new ways to watch. A 5-race stretch only on Prime. More bright lights, more Nashville nights, more Motor City speed, more passion unleashed, more history made, more precision display, more moments you can't miss. And for the first time,
stage one here at Nashville. And you got Briscoe out front, Hamlin is there, Byron is there, and they're trying to put Larson a lap down. We got a whole lot going on.
A lot going on in a three-man battle. Byron has put the pressure on Hamlin to be on offense and defense. Byron to the bottom, Dale. Denny tries the top, does not work. I think 24 is going to clear. Denny way up the racetrack, way out of the throttle. Yeah, that top's not an option. Probably won't try that again. So now the 24, Byron, is in position to try to steal the stage win away from Briscoe. Briscoe is sort of stuck right here behind the bottom of Larson. Yeah, Larson is doing everything he can to stand the lead lap because that's kind of his race. He knows. Playoff point. If you got any refusal to William Byron, reminding him at 12 laps what is on the line.
He was undefeated in stages last weekend at Charlotte. Was William Byron, won 2 in the Xfinity race, went 3-0 Sunday night in the Coke 600, and trying to pounce again late here, stage 1 at Nashville.
Yeah, 11 laps to go. A lot of time for Byron to move around. Surprised he's staying right on the bottom of the racetrack, following that dirty air of the 19. But the 19 stuck as well. Well, and who, didn't get any was the 19. Pole sitter, got behind, recovered to third. Here we go. Going to the top of the racetrack. Similar to Denny, just not able to make time up there just yet. But a good speed down the front straightaway here. A little bit of the draft is going to close in a little bit. I think the top of 1 and 2 is a little bit better. Oh, he went to the bottom, lost a little bit of grip, slid across the wake of that 19 car, turned sideways. Now we're side by side. Reddick, 6-lap fresher tires right behind these two. Remember, he ran longer. We're going to see, does 6 laps matter? I mean, it turns the middle. You see the advantage of those cooler, fresher tires. And right now, Briscoe's like, yeah, you two get side by side and get off my back. He's going to have his hands full again soon if he don't find a way around the 5 car. Larson getting himself some clean air. He's going to have to move around. He does up the racetrack a little bit. Here comes the 45 back at the top of your screen. Reddick trying to get to the inside of his 24 down the back straightaway. Not able to do it. Dale, you explained it so well earlier when you said, well, he just can't pass. He can't pass because Byron won't let him. He's mirror driving as he should right there. Reddick dives to the bottom and on he goes.
Look at Hamlin. Here he comes off the corner trying to dive inside of his teammate. The block for Chase Briscoe. 8 to go in the stage.
Little contact right there. What happens down in this corner? Where does the 5 go? That's going to predict really who has the best grip to this corner. The 5's down there in front of the 11. Denny up the racetrack gets the 19 tight. We're side by side down the back straightaway. Don't forget these bumps, Dale. You talk about how tough they would be by themselves. How about with traffic? Can Hamlin hold on over the bump right here? Oh, he's going to clear. What a great job of Denny Hamlin taking advantage of how the 5 car was limiting the 19. The 19 struggling, trying to get around that lap traffic. Denny was way up the racetrack, got passed by Byron, works his way back around both of them. Here comes the 45, though.
New leader in Nashville, Denny Hamlin in charge. Briscoe about to lose second. 45 of Tyler Reddick. Fresher tires. Here he comes.
And think about the history with Hamlin and Larson. Now Hamlin is trying to lap Larson. These guys have a long history of racing each other.
And hey, if you're in the field, you want the 5 a lap down. Actually, you want him out of the race. You do not want him in the game at all.
And don't think Denny's not thinking that. He's like, I want to lap him. I want to put him behind. Denny up the racetrack. Larson goes up there as well. Here comes the 45. Reddick closing the gap on the 11. 4-lap traffic ahead. The 5 forced to the bottom of the racetrack. All 3 of the cars will have to go down there. Nobody gets an advantage there.
66 Chad Fincham a couple of laps down, so he's really not part of the equation we're talking about here. 5 to go in the stage.
And pretty much we got clean air right now in front of the 5 car for quite a while. So the 5 really gets to decide what he wants to do. Denny doesn't, Denny would rather win the stage than to go up there and slow himself down in the back of the 5 car here. Can he hold the 45 off? 2 things I'm noticing. Fresher tire, the 45 paying off. Fresher tires on Ryan Blaney. Restarted or rejoined the pack outside the top 10. He's driven up to 8. So fresher tires matter at the end of the run. Filling my notebook if I'm a crew chief for what that final stage may look like.
Tremendous call.
All right, I'm back. I was watching it from my phone while I was eating dinner. Hamlin is taking the lead, and we got a 4-car battle here for the lead. Well, now 2 battles, one for first, one for third. Byron and Briscoe for third. Hamlin and Reddick for the lead. With Larson driving desperately in 27th position to stay on the lead lap.
Going to use the momentum off the top down the front straightaway. Gets away so he can't 51 laps led the positions bleeding off for Briscoe with only a couple laps to go in the stage. Track position that he is going to want on the next restart.
On the other side of it, you've got William Byron comes in with a championship lead, and all he does is just keep adding those stage points to the bucket. Going to be 2 to go when we cross the start-finish line, this time at stage 1. Hamlin 3/10 in front of Reddick as Byron once again goes outside, and they're coming from behind. Those are some black vehicles there, among them Riley Herbst to the 35.
Yeah, Riley Herbst and Bubba Wallace racing for the free pass. Bubba Wallace had the speeding penalty. He would love to be able to...
I didn't even realize Bubba had a speeding penalty. Herbst is in 28th. But
a different trajectory for Bubba Wallace if he can get his lap back here at the end of the stage. Speeding penalty forgiven if it can...
Here they come to take the last lap of the stage.
Slide early, brought back outside the top 30. He's going to be able to stay on the lead lap.
All right.
Comes back to the green and white checker flag. He wins the stage.
Denny Hamlin wins stage 1. Reddick 2nd. Briscoe 3rd. Byron 4th. Bell 5th. Elliott 6th. Blaney 7th. McDowell 8th. Logano 9th. Ross Chastain in 10th.
Scored in the 28th position is Riley Herbst. For Denny Hamlin, 3rd stage win of the year. First time gotten it done since Martinsville when he went on to victory lane. Gorgeous night in Music City. We're racing Nashville Superspeedway.
Join the more than 7 million adults, like Michael, who've taken Ozempic.
As touring musicians, my type 2 diabetes could slow us down.
Back at Nashville Superspeedway, this relief lap is sponsored by National Debt Relief. When debt hits hard, National Debt Relief gets you back on track. Riley Hurst gets his lap back here at Nashville. Into stage one, let's hear from our friends downstairs, Danielle, Corey, and Carl. What's happening, Danielle?
Yeah, Double A, these boys are keeping an eye on a whole lot. Third straight caution-free stage one. Denny Hamlin takes it. Corey, what are you seeing out of this racetrack?
Well, I love to see a plan take hold. That's what I'm talking about. And on the past, one of my folks had a plan going in to go long, to take rights, and it came right to their wheelhouse. They flipped it to the lead, and we know how important track position is here, Carl.
And what I saw is it took 82 laps for this track to start widening out, all right? So that's great for the fans. This is a slow burn in Nashville. It's going to get wider and racier. But I think they're picking up all the rubber. The restart is going to do with the aggression picks up. Everybody knows, I don't want to wait 82 laps and pass. I want it right now.
You also have your eye on this second stage, Carl, restarts. You think they're going to be wild?
Yeah, I think to the point that we've been talking about, concrete's very tough. It's very hard to pass. Like I just said, all these guys are like, man, I really have to go. The lane's going to be narrow, fast. This is when the action picks up.
Well, and the give and take balance starts to take a little more take as we go deeper into this thing, because you know how hard it is to get track position. And your only chance to get it is for the first 2 or 3 laps after a restart.
You put $5 on Denny Hamlin. He's making you look smart right now, Carl Edwards. Let's send it back up to the booth.
Hey, wait, that's taking a page out of my book. He was my one to watch last week.
So wait a sec, they get off the set to go to the bar. We're just up here, just covered from above.
And we got it from here. Hey, 8 drivers took the wave around here under our first caution of the night. 6 got back on the lead lap. Among them, A.J. Allmendinger had the penalty, had to stop and go right at the green flag.
And a lot of big adjustments. The 8 of Kyle Busch, where they went under the hood to adjust on that car. The 5 of Kyle Larson under the hood. So, Dale, you talk about how difficult it is to get the handling right. Some crew chiefs kind of
jumping on it early, trying to get ahead with a lot of racing still to go.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how these two tires fare at the front of the field. Both the Penske cars controlling this restart. But how will this strategy, that's going to be the telltale on the strategy if they actually can go out there and maintain this true track position.
All right, it's time for stage 2. I don't know what happened with the pit stops, but here we go. All right, Blaney, the Penske duo is leading the field now. All right, Blaney up front now. Cindric battling Hamlin side by side for P3 or P2. God damn it. No, that's what they're talking about. 2 tires to jump the field. Hamlin gets second. Bell trying to get by Reddick for 4th. They're still side by side there. Little contact there. Reddick's got a good run on the high side. Behind them, 2 Hendrick drivers. Chase Elliott, William Byron. Byron trying to power by on the high side, but they're still side by side. Briscoe, the pole sitter, back in 8th place, trying to hold his position ahead of Joey Logano.
Cars run side by side, guys, and the inside car can make the outside car tight. That's what you want to try to do. Go down the corner, drive up to their door, get them tight and out of the gas.
Allmendinger getting by Nemechek.
John Hunter Nemechek struggling through this track. This is a place where nobody's comfortable. Still battling side by side. Reddick, Seabell, Byron, Chase Elliott, Logano, Briscoe.
Reddick's clear. He takes 4th.
Disappointment last week in the Coke 600. Manufacturing solid efforts tonight through strategy and a nice game plan on track through a green flag cycle and 2 tire stops at the end of the stage.
Chase Elliott's going to fight hard, trying to take this position away from his teammate. Chasing his teams in a really
Who's that in 10th? Eric Jones in the top 10 for the first time tonight.
But they're used to winning races, and they want to get themselves back to victory lane. Mentality for him should be to be very selfish. Any opportunity, Trevor. Yeah, you're exactly right there.
I don't know why he's been able to hold on for this long, but eventually something will have to give.
We're talking about the Toyota issues. The 9 car was also complaining about a similar issue. Take a listen.
I got some brake shake right now. I'd say it's probably the biggest thing car-wise.
Guys, that was back on lap 33. He hasn't mentioned it again, so hopefully that problem's gone away. Right now, his biggest issue is the pitch of the race car, trying to get that attitude right, getting into the corner.
Never thought we'd talk so much about brakes in a high-speed racetrack. Brake shake, very different than the brake pedal issue. So brake pedal, too warm, pedal travels. Brake shake, if you can believe it, too cool. And what happens, the pads don't get heat up. They don't kind of get lean on the rotor. They leave blotchy. And as you step on the pedals, it literally shakes. Not only is it irritating, but that vibration takes grip out of the race car. Fun to watch these two.
And they've been side by side for a while. Same for Briscoe and Logano. For like we've been like that for 3 laps or 4 or 5 laps.
What about the level of concentration when you're driving lap after lap after lap with a guy right there on your door?
Yes. Giving your teammate a little bit extra room. But look at the side draft from Chase Elliott. He really wants the spot. Like maybe right here, can he do it? He just can't go to throttle right there in the middle of the corner. And it allows the 24 to stay on that quarter panel. And side draft and even up down the back straightaway.
Toyota's side by side back behind them as well. Briscoe and Jones going at it. Briscoe Jones with a 343.
Logano got clear of caution, Stenhouse. But he's going. What's the problem?
All of the drivers that took the wave around, we see the NOS Energy Drink onboard camera for Stenhouse. So a major turn of events. A lot of drivers gambled for this yellow.
Right rear is killed, they say.
Yeah, this is a tough break for the 47. Damage to the right side of the race car. They came in above the cut line, running in 17th spot. Let's take a look at the replay.
Oh. Bam. Bam. Double whammy in the middle of 3 and 4. That's a driver who's in the top 16 right now. We get. Thanks, Carson. Man. I hope he beats his ass after the race. It'll be awesome. No, that was Carson.
Hocevar drive down the corner, and there was a moment where Hocevar definitely had an opportunity to not do that, right? And that's the kind of thing that his competitors want him to clean up. Hocevar,
But he ain't.
in his mind, hey, it's short track racing.
This ain't short track racing. We're on 1.333 miles here. And you,
Pits are open, fuel window, 79 to go. I expect everyone on pit road, a complete variety of strategies, some tires, but everyone needs.
Bubba Wallace 10 out and get a lap back.
With 79 to go here in stage 2, they can make it to the end of the stage from here. Denny Hamlin told Chris Gale, we've made the car 30% better at the beginning part of the run. Still too free, but it's better. Going to be fuel only for Hamlin, Tyler Reddick.
Oh, someone got stuck. Someone's backing up. Hamlin, Cindric, Logano, Blaney. Oh, come on. Bell, Reddick, McDowell, Elliott, Briscoe, Byron.
Three positions, then it's Christopher Bell. Free pass with our second caution goes to Bubba Wallace, who scored 35th, went a lap down after that speeding penalty.
Oh! Nemechek. I knew I saw a car that was stuck on pit road. Nemechek, Keselowski content. Yeah. Are we just waiting? back.
Absolutely, and you see the playoff points right now with Stenhouse below that cut line. And this team, this is a smaller team that grinds it out. This is a stubborn, hard race car driver. When we rate the drivers in speed, pit road, passing, defense, this team rates very low, but their results speak otherwise. That's because he is a tough competitor and he gets more out of his equipment than most. He can't have weekends like this. They can't have falters like this and lose all these points. You see the frustration. Marty, it's going to be a long night riding around on this 47 car.
And as a quick reminder, they came inside the cut line into this race. Stenhouse said the steering wheel is a quarter turn off. You can kind of see where that orange stripe is, way further left than normal. And they said the toe is knocked out 1 inch. It's going to be a long night for Ricky Stenhouse from here.
Yeah, long night with that much of a toe issue. Not sure if the Goodyear tires will even make it. Coming back on pit road as the field could be back in the restart zone.
Showing 36 cars now, 37 on the lead lap. One of those, though, is Stenhouse. He'll lose a lap here.
Here we go. Green, green, green. Kind of working for him. He's going to get it to 4th. 5th. Hamlin takes the lead. Cindric. Blaney trying to get around Logano on the high side. Four wide there. Ross Chastain trying to make a monster move. He clears him. Gets ahead of Priest. 3 wide for, I think, 6th or 7th. Oh, we got a big wreck! Alex Bowman, Kyle Larson, and Noah Gregson.
Alex Bowman, 48, never finished top 10 here. And Noah Gregson coming off a great run last week at Charlotte. Heavy damage for him. And we'll see how dinged the 5 of Kyle Larson is. All 3 right in the vicinity. Another caution.
Yeah, the 4 is fucked.
When we have cautions, 30% of the time we have another yellow inside of 5 laps. You know, cautions breed cautions. We know that quote. We hear it all the time. No track bigger than Nashville is that accurate. Let's take a look at the replay here. See how this happened. There's the 4 car. Gregson, the 48. Getting down in the corner, right behind Corey Heim. Oh, the 48 gets super loose. Yeah, he just got
loose. Got Gregson, Larson. Oh, okay, Larson wasn't in the wreck. He just slowed down to avoid getting caught in it. And the fact that Larson wasn't hit is that kind of a miracle.
At Napa, we're the pros that know how to make your business our business. Pros everywhere you need us, with every part you need. From brake pads to stock your shop in Orange County, California, to oil filters for your fleet in Orange County, Florida. It's why we built a nationwide network of parts and exceptional service, all driven by one mission: to keep businesses big, small, and everything in between moving full speed ahead.
Napa know-how.
Every lap.
Oh, Stenhouse done?
Every bit of pain traded for every hard-fought place.
Stenhouse is done. Like he just slammed his steering wheel.
Go ahead, open up the can.
Like NASCAR, but don't know who to root for? Toyota's got you covered. This guy went from dirt tracks to cup cars. This new kid is all gas, no brakes. And him, just a 3-time Daytona winner, no big deal. That's just a taste of our team of legends. Now you're up to speed. You in?
I wish my TV provider let me choose what I pay for.
Sling lets you do that.
I like the sound of that. I wish my TV provider let me pause my subscription when I want.
Sling lets you do that.
And I wish my TV provider let me have hundreds of free channels.
Sling lets you do that too, fellow siren.
Choose and customize your channel lineup or pause and watch for free. Sling lets you do that.
The true West has no fences. There's an edge, but you gotta find it. Find comfort from the traditions that help define it, and the confidence from having the courage to defy it. But being brave isn't about being different. It's about being yourself. Now, we might not need more people in the West, but would it hurt to have a little more West in the people?
Apparently, SVG is mad at Kyle Busch.
Two quick cautions in the early portion of Stage 2, Nashville Superspeedway for the Cracker Barrel 400. Let's look at what's been happening on track. Fast and furious and aggressive on these restarts, Dale.
Yeah, look at the back end here of this crash. The 48 up into the left side of the 4 car.
48 slid up into the 4, and they both, and that's what caused both of them to spin.
That is a very hard, flat impact with the right side of the car. Larson does a good job to avoid everything, but you can see the 48 just get a little bit loose right there. And it doesn't take much. Wham! 4 car hard into the wall.
Fortunately, Larson lost all his track position.
At his car in the garage, they're going to try to make some repairs, I assume. He is unhappy.
You talked about what has made them so good. And it's that bulldog mentality, not just...
It's his first DNF of the year, by the way.
So, when you're taken out like this, I mean, it really, really pains you because you've done so much to put yourself in position for success.
And unfortunately, it's like the 47, the work being done, so they're going to retire the car. To Dale's point, you have the ability to make repairs, but you can only change certain parts and pieces. Obviously, the damage is too heavy on the 47.
48 of Bowman backing up to go into the garage.
It's an opportunity night. 47, 48 are all right in that playoff picture that we talked about, Dale, right? So who's going to take advantage? Is it a Chris Buescher? Is it maybe a Ryan Preece? You know, is there another driver around that bubble?
Michael McDowell.
Yeah, right. Are they going to capitalize on others' misfortune? Choose right here. I'd be shocked if the leader doesn't take the bottom. Every number we studied coming here said bottom won the restarts time after time.
Time after time. Da 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 da. Time after time.
And talk about some bulldogs. They'll get after it over there in that organization. Never stop. This race so significant for them a year ago when Joey Logano won in 5 overtimes, goes on to win the championship. And after disappointment last week in the Coke 600, best finish 17th. All 3 of their cars top 5 here.
Right on board with AJ Allmendinger here with the Bosch onboard camera. Other onboard camera we'll have tonight is the Josh Berry Ford Performance onboard cam. He's 13th right now. He moved up, taking advantage of the opportunity.
Yeah, I love all of these looks right here. The Toyota on board as well with Corey Hyman, the 67. That's a great look at what that rear view camera can do. That's that big display you see right on top of the dash.
Talk about a busy weekend of racing here in Nashville. I'm second Friday in the Truck Series race, running full time there. He's finished top 3 in 8 of 12 races this year. Congratulations. Raja Karut got the win Friday in trucks. Last night, Justin Allgaier did it here in Music City in the Xfinity Series. We're ready for the restart.
Here we go again.
Underway in Stage 2. Hamlin Cindric up front, and they're headed to the Echo Park Automotive Restart Zone.
Green, green, green. Or that car is spreading wide again. Oh, Logano nearly wrecked his teammate. That almost wrecked Blaney. Oh, Bell goes around. Hits the wall. Oh, boy. Here we go again.
Saw the same thing last year with Christopher Bell. Last year won both stages and then wrecked on a restart.
I heard did he get hit by Nemechek?
Last year, Bell led 131 laps in this race, and it came around on him here. Contact with a
Well, that's Eric Jones, excuse me, not Nemechek. That's Eric Jones.
Yeah, Jones to be inside here and just he thought the 20 came down on him. He wasn't ready to get
That was weird.
I think what happened there on the front straightaway is just
Like, it looks like they both, that he got it saved, and then he spun. I can't even figure out why. You know, Chase Elliott swung way to the high side to try and make his moves. Wasn't able to make it, but he sees the 20 spinning, ducks to the inside, and barely misses getting bodied by Bell. Oh, he had to squeeze between the pack and the 9. Man, God.
What's good, NASCAR fans? They say rubbing is racing and betting is better with DraftKings. From race winner to driver props and everything in between, the DraftKings Sportsbook is waving the green flag on all the action. Speaking of green, here's how you can take a shot at some this week. DraftKings Sportsbook is an authorized gaming operator of NASCAR. And this week, DraftKings has an exclusive offer for racing fans. Just download the app and use the promo code SPEED when you sign up.
Why would I use Hims to have my ED meds delivered to my door? I love pharmacy lines. Why would I use clinically proven ingredients to grow my hair through Hims? I love wearing hats 24/7. Why would I choose weight loss treatment I can afford through Hims? I love selling off my prized possessions. Why wouldn't I get high quality care I can trust? I love Hims. Get treatment you'll actually love at Hims.com.
Ever since we hired Dale Jr. at IHOP, breakfasts have been moving fast. Look, it's
Pancakes!
dine-in delivery.
Will you sell my pancakes?
To end. Mobil 1 motor oils make whatever you drive more beautifully.
Don't wish. Don't hope. Don't dream. No. Plan. See the steps it takes to get it done right, then follow them. At Avis, we rent cars, unlike anyone else rents cars, because for 75 years, we've only had one plan, to make sure you keep yours.
What's the difference between Sonny Hayes and Joshua Pierce?
A lot of decades. Says the guy still lives with his mom. Climbed a mountain to get him. He's cocky, he's arrogant.
You were cocky, you were arrogant.
Anything else, Professor?
Try fast. Come on, kid, get it.
F1 the movie. Rated PG-13. Only in theaters and IMAX. June 27th.
All the danger, drama, and speed without pit stops. Stream high-octane hits like Reacher, Gladiator 2, and Twister's It's on Prime. I'm a big Reacher fan. Love me some Reacher on Prime. This relief lap sponsored by National Debt Relief. When debt hits hard, National Debt Relief gets you back on track. J.J. Yaley getting his lap back.
Fanatic Sportsbook, Chevrolet.
Tonight really is, right now, the land of opportunity. We talked about it. I mean, so many cars on the lead lap, all these cautions bunching everybody up. And I mean, we talked about some of these drivers right around the cut line having issues.
And I'm going to try not to jinx them, but I just want to point out Team Penske. I made a big deal out of it because I thought it was a big thing. Kind of nowhere to be seen last week speed-wise after everything that happened in the Indy 500. I thought it would slow down the Penske Fords. Maybe it's just a handling thing for Charlotte because there's nothing slow about these three Penske Fords right now. You see Cindric, Blaney, Logano all in the front two rows.
I would say this too, when you look at drivers that haven't won this year, Ryan Blaney on the list. Playoff field is half full. 13 races till we start running for a championship. He's someone to keep an eye on.
Yeah, another car that I'm keeping an eye on that we haven't seen yet, we thought we might see is Chastain. You know, he's sitting there 13th right now, several rows back, just hasn't really moved his way forward like we might have expected him. Good thing practice, but just hasn't been able to get the track position.
See if we can get a clean restart here.
That would be great.
Presley spotting for Joey Logano, driver 22 going outside row 2.
Here we go again. Can they please keep it clean now? Top 5 are clear for once. Warren trying to make a run around the high side, see if he can get around Eric Jones. Blaney and Cindric side by side for the battle for second place. And Michael McDowell creeping into the picture back in 8th place. Blaney gets to the inside and gets second place. Byron's by Jones. Can he get Briscoe? Logano clears Cindric for 3rd. Byron gets by Briscoe for P6, P5. Josh Berry entering the top 10. And look at Reddick falling back. Oh, come on. Why is it happening now, for Christ's sake? Damn, but it's like a parachute.
Think about all the trouble this team has had recently. Outside the top 10, 5 consecutive races. Last week, so good at Charlotte. Had the speeding penalty, and here he is going the wrong direction again.
Kyle Larson came to pit road with a loose wheel issue as well. His 45 may be suffering from the same problem. There's the 5 on the racetrack now. Let's listen into the 5.
Where is Larson? Is still on the lead lap, though.
Clear information from Cliff Daniels. They look at post-pit stop data, and they can decide if the wheels are tight or not.
Corey Heim, by the way, running in 12th. Once again, the best 2311 car. Reddick is not pitting yet. Here's Ross in 11th place, trying to find where to go. Oh, no, trying to find a way around the cars in front of him. Ty Gibbs in 9th, Josh Berry in 10th.
Tyler Reddick thinks he might have a flat tire, so here he comes to pit road as well. What a chaotic stage 2 here at Nashville. Reddick, who had one of the best cars all evening long, thinks he has a flat, coming to pit road right now.
Marty, you got to check it when it comes off. It's really hard on these lower profile tires, but the left rear looks soft to me. The left side tire doesn't look like it has as much air. It's hard because they run very little air pressure. He restarted 7th. Here he is on pit road. 172 to go. There's time to come back from it. We'll see if that left rear is low on air or not, but either way, picking's better than wrecking. If you have a tire going down, at some point you just have to come. Great battle right here on the top of your screen. 54 of Ty Gibbs. He needs a great run. This team struggled this year to get.
I believe currently 25th in points.
Josh Berry and the Wood Brothers 21. He struggled with his car. I talked to him today. He's really worried about the performance of this 21 car. Didn't think they had a great practice. Wasn't sure what to expect out of his race car today.
But the door's open now for both these drivers because they've established track position, and you just said it, Steve. Got a long way.
Oh, Heim's around. No! Come on. The nightmare for 2311 continues. Damn, man. Ah.
Was running great tonight. This kid is a star in the making. Toyota 2311, they believe in him. He's a rocket in the truck series.
You can't make it up. I mean, the one top 10 they had, Bubba and Talladega. Outside that, I mean, these are the highlights, right? This is the good news that they had to spread. There have been so many tough moments for this organization.
See how this happened.
All right, we got Brad to the outside. And Hocevar is behind this as well. No. Racing incident. I think he got loose.
He was racing inside the top 15.
I was not surprised by that. All board here.
It looked like the car, he was trying to keep it away, but he wiggled a bit. And so when the car slid up, it hit just right, so he got on the quarter panel of Brad, and that spun the 67 around.
On the exit of this corner, the wall sneaks up on you quick, much closer. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. Okay. So you run out of room, and there's a lot more room off of turn 2. The very tight exit off of 4. Let's listen again on this replay.
Yeah, actually, so it looked like Heim maybe didn't get loose. He just came up too much. I thought I saw a slight wiggle, but probably. Oh, nasty hits.
Silver lining here for 2311. Free pass, Tyler Reddick, so he's back on the lead lap. Hamlin, Blaney, Logano, the top 3. You're watching NASCAR on Pride.
Subway's meal of the day gives you 7 of our most legendary subs, packed with protein and fresh chopped veggies for just $6.99.
Did you sleep here?
You know we.
Get 7 legendary subs with chips and a drink.
There's Gregson looking forlorn in the garage.
You need an advanced dynamic system. Now the Dendix MotorX tire inflator has one. It shatters industry stereotypes. As portable as the small, as powerful as the large. But that's not all. A leading power bank. A powerful light. Beyond your imagination. Dendix MotorX redefines your journey.
I used to be an early bird, but psoriatic arthritis stopped my day before it started. Then
This is just it's going to be a game of attrition.
now I can't wait to say I'm back.
BowserjrXD can deliver transformative relief of joint pain and stiffness, less fatigue, and for some, zero swollen joints.
I'm back to what inspires me.
Serious side effects like suicidal thoughts and behavior, infections and lowered ability to fight them, liver problems, and inflammatory bowel disease have occurred. Tell your doctor if these happen or worsen, or fevers, chills, muscle aches, or cough occur, or you've had a vaccine or plan before starting to get checked for infections, tuberculosis, and liver problems.
Give yourself a chance to say I'm back.
Ask your doctor about BowserjrXD.
To tell you the truth, we could take or leave the extravagance. The attention, the celebrity, the bragging rights, the bravado. Because all we've ever really wanted is for every Ford driver to feel this.
It takes a lot to get my heart racing, but you gotta see this. There's absolutely nothing like NASCAR's only street race. This 4th of July weekend, NASCAR takes over Chicago, where you can get an up-close look at the sport's best drivers as they battle through downtown. And with live music from Zach Brown Band and Family Fun, it's a NASCAR experience on a whole other level. Hey, I'll be on the end of my seat. NASCAR Chicago Street Race, July 5th and 6th.
Under caution in Nashville, let's do the IHOP surprise move of the race, Steve.
Yeah, the surprise is really a mistake out of Corey Heim, the driver's a 67. 15 Trump wins, only his 5th Cup start, but this young man, tons of talent. Spotter is telling him that Brad Keselowski is to his outside. Brad holding his lane. The 67 just, as Dale pointed out, loses kind of track of what needs to be a whole lane left. He doesn't leave enough room, drives across the 6's nose. Next thing you know, Corey Heim out of the race. This is a great view right here on board. You'll see it. You'll see how much damage it is on the 6. Pretty hard contact, but big surprise. Corey Heim making a mistake like that. Yeah, that is a lot of contact for the 6 of Keselowski. He's probably like, what?
Yeah, top 5 last week for Brad Keselowski, Marty.
Great to see now Junior out of the infield care center, and you and I were chatting about it before you went in. What was your take on the contact from Carson Hocevar?
Yeah, a lap or two before he tried to dive in there from about 10 car lengths back, and then that time I just opened my entry a little bit, and he overcharged the corner and just drilled us in the rear bumper. So I'd say it's not out of the norm for him, but I definitely wasn't expecting that at that point in the race. Just bummer for us. Our Holden alternate drink available at Amazon Camaro wasn't great, but we were kind of making changes. I felt like that restart I was a little bit better than where I was
DNF of the year for Ricky Stenhouse Jr. in the 4017.
All right, Dale. Yeah, I was going to say, give me a translation of the last line. It sounds to me that sometime he's not going to cut Hocevar a break.
Kim?
And it was interesting, I was talking to Carson this morning just about all the talk around him, whether it's good or it's bad. And he said, I want people to make noise about me. And he said specifically, I'm not going to change how I drive or how I talk or how I behave to fit a specific mold people want. So it should be interesting to see how he feels after the race based on Ricky's comments, Marty.
Again, just to follow up real quick on Tyler Reddick, it was indeed the right front, actually, Steve, that was down, and it was down by 20 pounds, Billy Scott told me. They just pitted again, so now he'll restart 34th with one of the quicker cars in the field.
Bad luck, but great choice. That's what you have to do. When we talk about experience, you can only convince yourself so long that you don't have a problem until it's a catastrophic failure. Great work by Tyler Reddick, just admitting it, right, Dale? And coming to pit road, getting a free pass, now we have the whole race in front of him.
Yeah, absolutely. Still a lot of racing left. And an important restart right here for Denny Hamlin. Blaney on the outside. Two more Penske cars in row 2.
Here we go again. Green, green, green.
Let's get some green flag action, huh?
Yes, let's.
In the early part of this stage.
They're not listening. 3 wide, 4 wide back here in the pack. Byron again with that high move. This time, though, I don't know if it's going to work.
He's got a row every time.
All right. Byron clears and gets 4th. He got ahead of Cindric. See if he can get it outside and make a run on Logano. Gets Logano. Outside lane is getting really good. Man, Logano nearly running Jones into the grass.
Top 15, 2 of the last 3 races, including a top 5 at Texas.
Battle down the back straightaway, side by side with the 22 of Logano. 20 car of C. Bell thought they didn't get too much damage in that crash in turn 1 and 2 on the restart just moments ago, and he's working around some cars. Chase Elliott struggling right here on the outside.
Wait, Larson is where now? Oh, actually, it's not. That's not as far back as I. That's not as far back as I thought he would be now. Larson's in 19th. SVG to the inside of Cole Custer. Chase Elliott. Oh, it's been Ty Dillon. There's a bump and run to Kyle Larson there. Gets by him. SVG in 16th. Right behind Christopher Bell, who spun out earlier. Look at Bell. Barry rocking around the high side. Trying to get around Chastain and Hocevar. Got by Ross, not by Carson. Who's that purple car? That's Zane Smith. Okay.
These guys are racing really hard. 50 laps or 45 laps to go at this stage, and man, the intensity just feels really high for this moment.
And I love showing it. We focus a lot on the lead when the race is won, but back here, you know, this is like a Broadway bar fight back here. I mean, you don't know where the punches are coming from.
McDowell trying to get by Gibbs. That's trying to hold on to 8th place.
On the inside of Gibbs trying to keep that spot running in the top 10 most of the night with this number 71 Spire Chevrolet.
And Gibbs is doing a great job tonight.
He is. They struggled.
And you know, Hocevar, great practice yesterday. Didn't have a great qualifying run, but now he's racing his teammate for position.
Yeah, Hocevar worked around the 71 there. McDowell got kind of in the dirty air of the 54, and that allowed.
Well, Gibbs got ahead. So will Carson. That's 8th, 9th. McDowell now in 10th.
Camera with Josh Berry. Oh, right to the inside there. The 38, Zane Smith working his way up into the top 11.
We got to give him some credit. Second in this race last year, best career finish. But you know what? On their green flag stop at the end of stage 1, they took 2 tires so they could stay on the lead lap. That's what kept them in the game. And now they've got some track position. Talking about the California driver, Zane Smith.
Chaos is starting to calm down a little bit.
Settle in here, just run some laps.
We were on the chip, you know. I mean,
Busy.
Trevor.
Yes, sir. Keep in mind that 21 car in practice is one of those cars that hit the bumps and spun out early. They
still looking for some more speed so they can do some strategy. Take a listen.
Still working on it. We're a bit too far off on pace to do anything crazy here. We'll just keep working on the car until we get it drive better, and then we'll try and do some off-strategy stuff later, get some transition once we get pace better.
You guys said it earlier, Steve. You got to have a good car to get off sequence. Maybe they can get this 21 dialed in.
That's absolutely the case, right? It's easy to call strategy when you have a fast race car, because if you're not perfect, you know the speed will at least kind of mask some of the poor decisions.
There's the one at Chastain, but that 20 car, Christopher Bell, is the one that's impressive right now. He was backwards and in the wall just minutes ago, and now he's working to the inside of Chastain, taking 13th spot away and looking for more.
I've always used the phrase driving angry. Maybe just additional motivation after the adversity, whatever it is. We had talked a lot about Bell hanging there 5th, 7th, 8th, gets involved in that accident, and since that time, he is just really driving that thing up through there.
Wrecked it correctly? I mean, is that, are we like
Very rarely do you hit that to make it go faster, but sometimes it happens.
It's kind of like Edwards on the backflip when he was winning here. You just stick the landing, right? Then you're okay.
Wow. Let's just remind everybody the wreck that this 20 was in, right? So you see the 43 of Jones kind of get to the left side of the 20 and just basically holds his spot. But, you know, they fight over the bottom lane. So he's not going full speed, but this is not zero contact. I mean, he's going to go all the way up and watch this contact with the outside wall. That's pretty hard contact.
Yeah, the left part, I think, is there wasn't real hard contact with the left front. Knocking the front toe out. As we look at the battle for the lead, tightening up a little bit between Hamlin and Blaney.
Blaney last changed left side tires at lap 69. Jonathan Hassler brought his A game tonight. They've done some really, really good stuff to keep him not just in the game, but advance forward after starting 15th. And they got a chance to take the lead here.
We used to talk about gambling. Hey, let's try something different and try a gamble. When I go back and review how these races are run, and specifically how they're won, the top 5, they call the race what I would consider an absolute gamble. That has become the norm. What a gamble is now is something outside of even perception or the idea that you would even try it 5 years ago. These crew chiefs continue to move the line. We see it a lot in other sports as well. Data analytics have changed the decision making. You see Jonathan Hassler on the bottom of the screen. You and I spent some time with him at Team Penske, Adam. Just a great conversation we had with Jonathan, his relationship with Blaney, the trust they have in one another.
Great leader for the team.
Absolutely.
He's the coach. Blaney's the quarterback. Right now they're executing.
Blaney Hamlin, about a third of a second separation.
Don't miss your chance to race for the millions. The NASCAR Powerball Playoff is back. Enter now to win a VIP trip to the NASCAR Cup Series Championship race at Phoenix Raceway, where you could take home $1 million. The race for the million is on. Powerball, the official lottery game of NASCAR. Home to the NASCAR Powerball Playoff.
The 3 for Me, only at Chili's, keeps getting even better with the all-new Big QP and all this for just $10.99. With 85% more beef, it makes a quarter-pound burger look tiny and, well, yeah, tiny. This Chili's 3 for Me is the best $10.99 you can eat.
Yeah, still holding. If my AC company had Agent Force, the powerful AI from Salesforce, an AI agent would have flagged the issue and automatically helped me find someone to service it. What? Wow, you are moist. Well, how'd you get an appointment? Dude just magically showed up. Agent Force, sir. Huh. Sorry, dude, cold air's getting out. Agent Force helps manufacturers prevent appliance defiance. It's what AI was meant to be.
What causes a curve down there? Is it Peyronie's disease? Is there somebody I can talk to or help?
I got somebody.
Larson's battling for 20th. His car just hasn't been able to keep up on the long runs. Got, who's that? That's Reddick trying to work his way back through. Going to the high side again around Bubba Wallace.
For the estimated 1 in 10 men who may have
Bubba Wallace sneaks way down, trying to get by Ty Dillon.
who treats PD can help you create a plan, including non-surgical options.
It's not clear yet, though.
GetSomebody.com.
Larson is clear, though. He gets the 20th. 3 wide. Bubba's gonna clear Ty Dillon. 21st. Reddick does it too. 22nd.
How will you escape being condemned to hell?
The Chosen Last Supper.
30 laps to go. Stage 2, Cracker Barrel 400, Nashville Superspeedway. NASCAR on prime. Denny Hamlin, the race leader. Blaney is there. Byron, Logano, Eric Jones in the top 5. Briscoe, Cedric, Gibbs, Osavar, McDowell in the top 10. Let's look at the pylon. Yeah, break down the teams that are represented there. 11 different organizations, top 15 last Sunday in the Coke 600. And we're seeing a lot of wealth being spread again this evening.
You mentioned Blaney on the older left side tire. You have to imagine when they do get even on tires, he's going to have a little bit of an advantage in speed. He's kind of holding right here, this same margin behind this 11, running a little bit higher. Don't know that he's really pushing the car all that hard. Kind of closing the gap here, though. Looks like we might have a battle on our hands.
Problem is trying to make the pass is the hard part. We only got it done during stage 1 because of lap traffic. Well, one car is specifically trying not to get lapped. But you know, if there's anyone who can make a hard to make pass, it's Ryan Blaney.
A little bit faster that last lap. You saw it a tenth quicker. The 24 of Byron is closing on these two as well. He's right there. These two get to racing pretty hard. Right to the outside.
Blaney, Hamlin wiggles jaws up. Try and throw the block there.
Allows him to save the race car, but also gets in the
Blaney cuts to the inside. Come on. Damn wake.
And they're getting that information. He's getting the information of the car behind him. Big arc, so that means he's up on your right rear. One back. One car leans back. Still one. There's 12 cars driving. Still 1.5, 1 lane higher.
Come on, Blaney. Blaney is the only Penske driver to not win a race, and that includes the Wood brothers, 21, by the way.
On the camera as well, digital camera, very clear. Oh, hear him on that throttle. Just can't really finish the throttle. Have to be careful going back to gas. And the 12 has to be a little careful because when he jumps to the outside like that, he knows the 11 when he pulls up, that's going to steer that dirty air across the nose of the 12, like right here. The 11's got to purposely kind of shut that air off. At the same time you go over those bumps, you can be in a bad situation if you're not careful.
There's the lap. There's the 66. Chad Fincham. That'll force Blaney to have to follow Hamlin on the inside. Hurt the lap.
And Blaney's surprisingly quiet right now on the radio. That car very good on the long run, but Steve talked about the grief he gave Team Penske last weekend. Well, Jonathan Haslam said, I don't know why people are so worried. Yes, we have 5 DNFs, but our mentality for the second half of the regular season is it's not over. This team, they told me, expects to win multiple races before.
They probably should have won multiple races. They just got hella unlucky. William Byron now within a second of the top 2.
He scored 110 stage points, right? They're there every week in the early portion of the race.
Very defensive move by the 11.
Absolutely, that's what that was.
I think the sign of relief everybody's waiting for is after you win your first, right? Because it's one thing to say you're going to win something. I agree with Jonathan. They have the speed. I don't think he's just crazy and making things up. But the first one basically guarantees the playoffs. That takes the pressure off those DNFs.
I'll say this about Hassler. He's a positive guy. I say glass half full, but he's also honest. And when you have that combination, it really allows you to make the right decisions and give your team the proper setup week in, week out. Little wiggle there for the 12.
Yeah, Blaney is so good. That car is so fast. He's got to be careful going back to gas. And the 12 has to be a little careful. This car is so fast. Doesn't need to push the car any harder than he has to.
Yeah, but you can't make the pass. That's the annoying part.
Just behind the 12, here comes the Byron.
Ah.
Denny's going to clear off the corner, though. But the 12 is right there. We're going to find out whether Denny's got more in his pocket, a little more race car that he's showing.
One lane higher by 2.
Great corner right there for Denny. But the momentum's off the top of the 12. Here comes Blaney down the back straightaway. Oh, the 11 bobbles over the bump right there.
Yeah,
Slides
but
up in front of the 12, so Blaney can't finish throttle in the dirty air. Here comes the 24 closing.
wow, he came quick. That was 2/10 faster. Partially, want to think Hamlin bobbled, and 2 because Blaney was stuck in the wake of the 11.
Oh, the 12's going to lose the nose right here. This is awesome.
Is it though? It's kind of frustrating to watch. I'm not gonna lie. William Byron trying to get a run to the outside of Ryan Blaney. The outside is where he's made all his passes this stint.
Had a great finish to stage 1. 19 to go stage 2.
Damn, almost hit the wall. He made the pass. Here comes Byron. He shoots to the inside. Can he hold it against Hamlin? No. Oh wait. Oh, he's gonna get the side draft.
Finish the corners. They're going to be side by side right here.
Blaney said, okay, Byron, it worked for you. Now I'll wait in the wings and take my...
Oh, come on. Come on.
So that the 11 couldn't get the throttle. Then he's going to try to side draft or try to...
Byron with a nose ahead as they go down the backstretch.
Keep that from happening. Backs up turn 3 right the throttle. Won't be able to clear. Then he's going to have the momentum off the top. Here comes the 12 now. This is unreal.
3 wide for the lead.
The yellow line not out of
How did this happen? Oh, good run for the 24 through 3 and 1 2. Oh, Blaney to Hamlin hits the wall, and Byron takes the lead. Blaney cuts to his inside as they head into 3 and 4. Oh man, and Blaney takes the lead. Oh man, that was cool. Damn, that was cool. Oh, it's worth it for moments like that. That's worth it. Blaney is shooting away because he's the fastest car. But, oh man, that was cool.
At AT&T, we confidently guarantee our network.
Oh, no.
What we can't guarantee, you and your teammates being too connected.
What up, Tim?
Double or no.
I texted you guys I was going to. I would have. I got dressed first this morning. I thought you said you were going to wear.
Connection means something. That's why with AT&T, we'll proactively make it right with a credit for a full day of service if there is a network interruption. That's the AT&T guarantee.
At Napa, we're the pros that know how to make your business our business. Pros everywhere you need us, with every part you need. From brake pads to stock your shop in Orange County, California, to oil filters for your fleet in Orange County.
SVG Radio saying that he thinks there's going to be rain.
Parts and exceptional service, all driven by one mission: to keep businesses big, small, and everything in between moving full speed ahead.
Glad to see the Mario Kart World let's see, Mario Kart World
An unprecedented transcontinental
trailer.
race begins on Nintendo Switch 2. Mario Kart World. Game rated E for everyone.
Welcome to more new ways to watch. A 5-race stretch only on Prime. More bright lights, more Nashville nights, more Motor City speed, more passion unleashed, more history made, more precision display, more moments you can't miss. And for the first time, only on Prime. Welcome to NASCAR.
Closing on 10 laps to go, stage 2 at Nashville. Let's give you a Team Chevy update. William Byron best of the bunch. Look at the guys from Spire, Hocevar, and McDowell in the top 10. And the 77 of Hocevar really strong late in the stage. Here's Marty.
Adam, just a quick update on Alex Bowman, who is still in the garage and still in the car after that wreck earlier on. They have to change the left front upper on the 48 car, also the dry brake for the fuel. But what took so long and is taking so long is Blake Harris told me NASCAR made them change the rear bumper of the car. So to help with that, Jesse Saunders, who's the car chief for Kyle Larson, came over to make that happen. Remember, this is the team currently in the playoffs, above the cut line on points, but losing valuable points sitting back here in the garage area trying to make repairs in Nashville.
NASCAR has said that if you go to the garage to make repairs, they're going to take the time. This car is designed where the bumpers are the crush zone. So if they had to change the bumper, that tells me that it had already crushed enough that NASCAR felt like it wouldn't be functional in a secondary wreck. So that's why they asked them to change it.
Already talks about the points. Right now, Bowman 48 above the cut line. And then I go to Chase Briscoe. Starts on the pole. He had a good run there in the opening stage. Gets 8 points. But here he is sliding back into danger of falling outside the top 10 at the end of stage 2. Now we do our credit one back. Ones to watch.
Well, let's focus on Briscoe. You mentioned it falling back. He's 9th. But Briscoe's led 51 laps tonight. He's only led 30 laps all year long for Joe Gibbs Racing. Back-to-back poles. I know 9th doesn't seem great, but remember last week he went all the way to the back, came back to 3rd, hang around the top 10 long enough, maybe make adjustments at the right time. The 43 of Eric Jones having a great run tonight, running in 5th place. This is actually the most laps he's ran in the top 5 in a race in over a year, way back in Phoenix. Man, this is a great run for this 43 team.
If you're going to be successful in NASCAR, you have to be able to put the bad ones behind you. Carson Hocevar, great practice yesterday. Didn't qualify.
Where is Hocevar right now? Is he still in 9th place?
Tonight, finding his way to the front. Really good late.
He's in 7th. And he's got Cindric in front of him.
Your driver just needs to finish the deal, something he couldn't do last Sunday in the Coke 600. Those are our credit one back, ones to watch.
I love this onboard right here. I'm going to zoom in. Check this out. That is the mirror. That is what he is looking at. That is a high-def camera off the back roof of this car. Crystal clear right now because the 77 is rolling forward. We should check back in after a restart. We had some traffic back there. You'll be able to see.
He's going to go to the inside of Cindric.
He's driving as much out of that camera on the top of his dash as he is the windshield just above it.
He's comfortable with that because he is a gamer. 77 picking up another one, going around Austin Cindric, or trying to anyway. 5 to go, stage 2.
Dane Smith in 8th place. Another great run for the front row driver. And this is the track where he got his career back on track with a 2nd place finish in the overtime special last year.
We saw it last week at the 600. We've seen it several times this year where this team's ran really competitive laps in practice and shown up in the race to be able to back it up. Happened again tonight. Starting to be a weekly thing for Hocevar, and not a stretch to think that they could win a race this year. I know you just highlighted Eric Jones, but he just continues.
Oh, trying to go through the middle. Not enough space, though. Trying to get around Cindric.
Trajectory running 5th. It's been his teammate, Dimichek, that's been the more impressive one over the last probably 3 or 4 weeks. So Eric wants to go out there and perform and show what the gains that the team has made, and he's doing it tonight. If you look at the pylon of your Byron, Hamlin, Logano, Blaney still has the low left side tires on. He's driven out to a 2.2-second lead. So that tells me if you're Rudy Fugle, if you're the crew chief of the 24,
2 tires.
if you're Chris Gale, the crew chief for Danny Hamlin, you need to let your driver know, I know you think we're close, we're not. We need more speed. Do you have a balance issue? If not, maybe there's some less air pressure in the rear tires. Maybe there's a better aero position. I need to find something for my
That's 5th, 6th, 7th. They got Eric Jones in 5th. Hocevar's got to run on the high side. And he, oh man, stalled out on a exit. Damn it.
Front row represented with Zane Smith. Here's Blaney.
Sends it in 3 and 4. Different strategies for different sets of the sides of the track. Gets loose, has to check up, and falling behind the 2. Last lap of stage 2, by the way.
Hey, here's another thought. Remember month and a half ago when they made the pit crew changes for Blaney? They've been the best on pit road since then, and we know how big pit stops are going to be.
Hocevar's going to get a run here.
Position control this race at the end of the stage. Here comes the 12. Back to the start-finish line. 25th.
Blaney wins stage 2. Byron 2nd. Hamlin 3rd. Logano 4th. Jones 5th. At the line for 6th place, it's Hocevar. No, it's Hendrick. Damn it, I thought it was Hocevar. Hold on. No, I got it. It's Cindric by a 100th. Hocevar 7th, Zane Smith 8th, Josh Berry in 9th, Christopher Bell in 10th.
Racing isn't just a game. It's a way of life. Every lap, every moment. Practice is about consistency. Winning doesn't come easy. Yo! My turn, Bubba. Feel the road. Own the race. Logitech G wheels and pedals available now on Amazon.
The only way to save the ranch is to take it.
Yellowstone Season 5 Part 2 is now available on DVD and Blu-ray with over 2 hours of special features. Yellowstone Season 5 Part 2. Own it now on DVD and Blu-ray.
Own a design studio. Win a really big design contract. Realize you're more of a creative type than a finance type. Realize you got this. Use QuickBooks to get your cash flow flowing. Get live expert assistance to maximize your tax savings.
I can help with that.
Get back to doing what you love. Manage and grow your business all in one place. Intuit QuickBooks, your way to money.
Meet the IHOP House Faves value menu. Everything's just $6. Like the breakfast eggs combo, $6. French toast breakfast, $6. $6 for all this and all that. That's a lot of breakfast for $6. Weekdays at IHOP.
Travel. It's gone from being an adventure to a checklist. But the world is still full of wonder. You just need a better way to find it. Introducing Airbnb Experiences. Master ramen with an award-winning chef. Dive into underground jazz with a renowned bassist.
Here we go for pit stops.
Yes, sir. Joey Logano was one of those cars that didn't take any tires last time. You might see a little longer stop here on his 4-tire stop. They've been battling the short run versus long run for the balance on this car, Marty.
Benny Hamlin said, holy smokes, man, I lost all of my rear grip on entry and exit at the end of the run. Also, his drink system inside the 11 car is not working. Chris Gale said,
Hopefully his wife hasn't gone into labor yet, and then he'll be able to get back. Slow stop for Hamlin, 11-4. Same for Byron, 11-8. Logano wins the... Yeah, Logano blink. God damn it. Logano, Blaney, Jones, Hamlin, Hocevar, Byron, Cindric, Berry, Busch, Bill.
Three to the top, and NASCAR's going to take a look at this. Watch this fuel man tries to stay plugged in as long as possible. Gets engaged, falls. We're going to have to see if that can cross the line. It'll be a penalty, or did he get a little stick?
Oh, please be a penalty.
I used to be an early bird, but psoriatic arthritis stopped my day before it started.
Dylan's saying it's the worst race he's ever been a part of. I can think of a few.
Here, we're heading to Michigan next week, Friday. Arkansas, FS2. Truck qualifying Saturday. Tough practice qualifying as well. See it on Prime Video. Truck race on Fox Saturday afternoon. It's Sunday. It's round 15, 2 Eastern. NASCAR on Fox.
NASCAR green lit 22, no penalty. Let's take a look. First thing is the can plugged in when the car leaves the box? It isn't, and does the can go out? So we're going to see the gas man. He gets it unplugged before the car leaves the pit box, and when the can falls and slides, check this out. A little help from the tire changer, a couple feet to the white line. So no penalty on the 22, but a close call, Danielle.
Damn it. Come on.
Called it safe.
Well, that's what we call dogs on pit road.
You know, around these parts, we call Carl Edwards the concrete king. We might also call him the master psychic, because you predicted a wild second stage. We saw a record number of cautions for stage 2 here in Nashville.
I had no clue it'd be that exciting, though. I mean, and in the 19 to go, watching the 3 leaders up there swapping the lead, I think there were 3 lead changes. Totally unexpected and exciting.
Well, don't look now, but the champ is on the front row. Carl, we know what happens when the 22 gets a sniff of the front row. You're not getting it away. The team Penske rebounded from a tough week last week. Both the 12 and the 22 on the front row for this restart.
Pretty impressive to see what Ryan Blaney's been able to do here, guys. And all season long, he's been able to do everything but win. Now he just has to close. We'll see if he can do it. Guys, quickly, Hocevar, the movie made on Ricky Stenhouse.
Well, my new friend here, Carson Hocevar.
That was a bit over the line. Right there, there's a price when you race like that. I I learned that in 2005. They told me, hey, you're building enemies here. Jack Roush sat me down and said, you're not winning this championship. The garage will not let you. He's right on that edge. As Letarte said, I hope he wishes he didn't do that.
Sounded like Ricky Stenhouse looking for payback at some point, Adam, but he was asked about, will it happen tonight? He said, no, it was too expensive. I think that goes to the $75,000 fine in the All-Star race last year.
Here we go again, the final stage. Let's who's going to take the lead heading into one. Byron trying to get another run on the high side. Logano on the inside takes the lead. He's clear down the backstretch. Oh, what the heck?
Able to stay in the gas. Gathers up a whole lane in the third spot for Byron. Great move. Eric Jones battles around the outside, defending a spot from Denny Hamlin.
Saw the penalty for Brad Keselowski. Also a
So now it's Logano, Blaney, Byron, Jones, just Hamlin, Hocevar, then Chastain, Busch, Cindric, Bell. Oh, we got a wreck in the back. Who's that? It's Brian Priest. We got it going again. A bad night for bubble drivers.
But it started early in this race, and I think this will be a long stage 3 with a lot of drama. Like the dirty air. Heard the comment of dirty air, so right there.
In the rear of the pack?
Turn 1 out of the gas. He just loses the back.
Loses it. Almost hit Herbst.
I think we're hearing right up. He hadn't experienced that looseness. Gets in there, loses it down.
The end of the rear of the car hits the wall twice.
He's tasting the gas so smart. And that really keeps that car from sliding up into the wall even harder. So he tries to drive the car in the throttle down the racetrack, hoping to lessen that hit or impact with the wall. And he does that. That's why he's able to roll away, hoping to not have too much damage. When you spin the car around backwards, you want to stand in the throttle and slow down that rate of the car accelerating into the wall.
Just look over at the live point. Stenhouse is there. Priest is there.
So I wonder when we get the commercial free to the end.
Enter for a chance to win the ultimate racing experience with a grand prize that includes round-trip airfare for 2 to Atlanta, Georgia. The 2025 Michelin VIP Motul Petit Le Mans Experience Sweepstakes. Where you'll enjoy
Once again, the commercial for Le Mans.
The grand prize also includes VIP access to the race, as well as $500 in Uber credit for your transportation needs. Scan the QR code to enter now. No purchase necessary in 6/30/25, 18+ age or majority.
Subway's protein-packed footlongs check all the boxes. Juicy chicken or layers of fresh sliced deli meats? Check. All your favorite Subway sauces? Check. Plus, buy any footlong in the app, get another half off. Great deal? Check, check. Order now on the Subway app.
There's a place no map will show you. A secret spot. A high-performance hideout for cars that crave chaos. New brakes? Check. Roll cage? Check. A spoiler so big it doubles as a picnic table? Oh, you bet. Every apex we nail, every second we shave, it's all knowledge that goes right back into your ride. Look like fun? It is. You win?
You can run the perfect race.
Denny Hamlin leading the pack on the final lap.
And then, boom.
Hamlin's hit. Hamlin is out of it.
That's true in racing and life. When debt hits hard, National Debt Relief helps you take control, so you can pay less than you owe in less time than you think. When life wrecks your finances, National Debt Relief helps you get back on track. Visit nationaldebtrelief.com to get started today.
Earnhardt, the documentary, now streaming on Prime. All 4
who watches it, all my friends, family, everybody texts me, sending me all kinds of great comments about it. Hope everybody will check it out.
Man, I've known you for years and I've learned stuff. It is such a great watch.
And now our Napa know-how moment.
Yeah, right now we're under caution because of the crashes, and you provided you opportunities on these restarts to gain spots, but also to try to survive. We saw last year how many cars did and didn't survive those late race restarts. That'll be important as this race closes into the finish.
Fuel, fuel, fuel. How much you got? How much can you save? A year ago, Joe Logano went 110 laps to win this race. I look at the leaders. I think some are short. Some had more than others. I'm going to give you a name. Zane Smith, all the way back at 17. Slow pit stop. He might be the only one in the lead lap full of fuel.
And he finished second in this race last year. Just kind of finding his way. Very comfortable at this track. We're getting set for the green flag, but we were talking standings, and there's been so much movement. But go right down to the cut line. Grease +2, Busher -2, Stenhouse at -2, 4 points back, Hocevar, Allmendinger. I mean, it's incredible how tight it is. And look at Kyle Busch, +10.
Hey, Bush is back above. That's nice.
Hey, Allmendinger started the day with a stop-and-go penalty after an infraction. He's up to 21st. Like, this could be the day. If he makes the playoffs, they make things all the way back in Nashville. They made it happen. These restarts, Dale, you talked about. William Byron has been making this a clinic of 3 wide toss in 1 and 2. He did it from row 4. He did it from row 3. Right here, he jumps to the outside of Jones. Clears him off the corner. He's starting bottom this time. The question is, did Aaron Jones take a note? Will Aaron Jones, who's now starting outside row 2, will he take it the outside? NASCAR Insights has Byron #1 on restarts today. It's obvious when you look at the replays.
Well, he's chosen the inside line for this pick restart, not going to give himself that option. But everyone around him or behind him saw he'll do that repeatedly tonight. He might jump that out outside and make up some time tonight on this restart.
FanDuel onboard camera, Hocevar right behind him. He doesn't lack aggression. Restart as we close on lap 200 in Nashville.
Here we go. Green, green, green again. Some cars going way to the inside. Custer and Reddick, I think that was. Blaney trying to get the move on the outside. He takes the lead. Here comes Eric Jones to the outside of Logano. Ah, Reddick nearly loses it. God damn. Damn. Logano's going to try and get by Jones. Jones trying to hold that outside lane where somebody hasn't been made tonight. A little wiggle there. They go down the back stretch. They're side by side. Jones has momentum. Jones will take second. Or will he? It was close, but he wasn't able to clear. Come on, Jones. Clear.
where he has fallen short on a few decisions, but what you cannot take away from the 22-year-old is this.
All right, Jones clears. Damn, tries to block, but Logano was able to overcome that. They're still side by side. There's Hocevar and Ross side by side. That's the devil and another devil. Come on, get him back. No.
You want to know what makes Logano so good? It's the understanding of the air and how to manipulate it.
Hamlin a fourth.
Race 2 with 98 laps to go. You got to fight for all of these spots. You see all these cars side by side. They cannot allow. They can't give these spots up. It's too late in the race.
Byron back to the inside of Denny Hamlin now. There's, remember, the devil and the devil. Ross and Hocevar still going out for P6. And behind that, Kyle Busch and Bubba Wallace for P8. Wait, Bubba Wallace running P8 or P9? Where did he come from? Where did Kyle Larson come from? Carson's clear.
Hosbar takes the spot away from Chastain in the 6th spot. Gonna try to run down Byron there. More impressive laps being turned by the 7-7 car. Blaney up the racetrack, or I'm sorry, Hamlin up the racetrack right there trying to get a run. On the 43, he's looking a little bit low right here, trying to do exactly the same thing the 22 of Logano is, or did earlier on the 43, trying to get that side draft working. Right on the
It's got a good run here. Gonna pull him back as we go down to the trioval, or the start finish line. It's not. It's really a trioval. Hamlin takes third. Drive to block the 43. 24 has a run on the 43 now.
And look what it does. It slows the 43 down. Here comes Byron to the inside. Now the 43 vulnerable to lose another spot here. What the 11 did right there is no different than when you're fighting traffic leading a sporting event and just nobody will let you out of the parking lot. You literally just rolled right up in front of him like, no man, you are not going. I am shutting this air off.
Sometimes the score of the game dictates if you can get out or not. You know, if your team wins, you're like, yeah, bud, I'll let you in. If your team loses, you let nobody in.
That's right. They're 170 miles an hour. They're bad. Their team lost. We're not doing it. Once again, look at Byron. He gets on that quarter panel a foot, and it doesn't speed the 24 up. It pulls the 43 back. And Eric Jones, as frustrated as he is,
Carson's looking for his opportunity. He's getting closer to those two.
he is learning so much, Dale, from these guys that run up here so often. These little details that make Byron.
Jones went up way high, trying to maybe generate the momentum here to keep steady with the 24. 24 is not able to stay side by side. The move worked for Jones. He goes back to P4.
Make hires and improve this team and make changes to get the speed and performance. And I'm really surprised by how Legacy Motor Club has been able to run well this year. Place these cars every now and then, either Nemechek or Jones, finds themselves in the top 10. They run there all night long. This is very impressive for these cars to have this kind of speed. I had a long conversation with Jimmy about that. He said he knew it was about the people with his experience with Chad at Hendry Motorsports. He just didn't know, Marty, how hard it was to find those people and to build a long-term culture. And that was his goal at Legacy Motor Club.
Steve, you guys make a great point. I talked to Eric Jones about that and sort of building what Legacy Motor Club can be. And he said, you know what I love best about it? I have a voice now, and people want to know what my opinion is as we build the team forward. That's very important to me as the team leading driver. I asked his crew chief, Ben Bayshore, what's your fuel situation? He said, we did not wait on fuel. I don't care. I wanted the track position. We'll make it up later, Kim.
For William Byron running in the 5th position, I asked Rudy Fugle kind of where they thought they were as we dive into the second half of the regular season. He said, the first half we were consistent. We scored a lot of points. We were great. The goal for the second half, keep it up, sneak up and score some more wins. Currently, William has scored the second most points of the day. They did lean slightly on fuel, not as much as some other drivers, but Rudy said we should be good to go in terms of splitting this final stage.
And here's what you like about William Byron and the opportunity to go out and win races is they're in this position every week.
Yeah, the 24 more than any other car has been in positions to win races this season. Coda, they were there. Charlotte, they were there. I'm pretty sure I can think of some more if I give me some time. That's how good they've been. Hamlin pulling to the inside of Logano. This is the move for second. They trying to nail it to the inside in turn 3 and 4. Inside lane has been pretty good for making passes in on the left side of the track. Logano has a position at the line, but it can't get clear of Denny Hamlin. Outside is a little better in 1 and 2. It's where Byron's been able to make his monster moves. Logano's not able to get much further. Little contact there, it looked like. Hamlin still leeching on to that panel. Logano gets a good run in a 3 and 4. He slides him in front of Logano and holds and takes second.
Own the race. Logitech G wheels and pedals available now on Amazon. Every lap, every race, every bit of pain traded for every hard-fought place. They're all jammed inside every can of NOS Energy. Go ahead, open up a can.
To tell you the truth, we could take or leave the extravagance, the attention, the celebrity, bragging rights, the bravado. Because all we've ever really wanted is for every Ford driver to feel this.
After 17 years, the NASCAR Xfinity Series roars back into Mexico. And it's not coming quietly. Saturday, June 14th, live from Mexico City.
Oh my gosh, these fans are amazing.
The tempers will be hot. The danger will be high. And the racing will be right on the edge. The NASCAR Xfinity Series, Saturday, June
Let's see if Jones or Byron can catch Logano.
on the CW.
Well, first Jones getting a good run down the backstretch.
85 laps to go.
Oh, come on, run that high. Come on. Got it. Jones keeping his good run going.
The top 5.
Now it's 3, 4, 5 in a row.
A reimagined classic up around the bend. Amazon Music original by John Fogerty and Eric Church. Listen anytime as it's available to stream only on Amazon Music. Now our FanDuel race update. What do you got here, Steve?
Blaney, the heavy favorite. You're going to have to bet more money than you're going to win. 115 to win, 100 in profit. Logano, Hamlin, a little bit longer. Byron. There's value up there. I know Blaney is a great car, but man, to think Hamlin and Logano was already this good and you get 4 times your money. This tells me that everybody loves Blaney. You know, you talk about that great around the bend, Fogerty. I hadn't seen that with the commercial with Dale. I'm a little disappointed they didn't put my cut in. I had a good little rendition.
Well, there is a blooper reel. You can see that.
Reddick by Bell for 11th position.
Pull it up.
Tyler Reddick trying to climb his way back through the field after losing a lot of spots. Goes around Christopher Bell for 11th. This is a good little battle top of the screen. The 43.
The battle for 4th, not letting go. We'll just still got to see if we can get Logano.
Trying to find a way around Jones in the 43. It was green flag pit stop still required. The top 10 are within 6 seconds of one another. It's a very difficult pit road to get on and off.
Looks like it's a little early though.
Jones had a fast car, went up there to race Logano, and Logano air blocked him, and he's like, wow, that was interesting. He hadn't had a lot of experience with being air blocked by Joey Logano in a while. All his next gen. That's going to be a tough pass.
You know, I was talking to Carl yesterday. We did a little pace car ride. And I asked him about the residual impact of a bad lap here. Because, I mean, it's so much about rhythm as things get tight off the corner here between these two Toyotas. But once you get blocked, you get out of shape. Now it takes a little bit of time to recover and find your way.
Yeah, that's the problem. Especially on the restarts, if you lose a little momentum by getting in dirty air, everybody takes advantage of you, puts you in bad spots, and it's hard not to lose multiple spots. This battle.
Bell gonna take back 11th. Yes, he does.
Reddick's like, man, I just
Gonna pull up and hold on.
lose it again. Marty.
Junior stage 3, and look who's in the top 10. Yes, Kyle Larson is sitting in 9th after 7 stops today for this 5 team. A lot of work under caution on this car, going under the front hood at one point to make several large adjustments to the 5 car. And as Cliff Daniels promised, he told me earlier today, it might take us all night long, but we'll be up there. And guess who was the 3rd fastest car on the racetrack?
Wait, Cole Custer is in 14th? How did he get up there?
Start the night by saying this team is scrappy. They'll eventually find a way. Well, they've done it.
Yeah, I didn't think any of us wanted to count them out, and they have done it the hard way. There's not a lot of speed in this race car, but they've been patient and smart. Championship team, this is what you do. This is how you win championships.
And now, Prime is focusing on him.
Car getting a good run with it. Another driver that's having a pretty good night is 41 of Cole Custer, right there in 14th place.
Average finish for Custer, 25.2. Deplorable. But yet, running top 15, he needs it like a fish needs water.
And they've been able to really struggle on the racetrack and put cars out there trying to figure out what can make Cole comfortable. And they're grinding one out tonight, trying to get a top 15 finish. Byron has lost some pace to Jones right there, and Jones has drove away, which I'm a little surprised by that. Jones up the racetrack. And Hocevar is now trying to track down this 24 car on the long run. Trevor.
Yeah, a couple spots behind Carson Hocevar, the 23 of Bubba Wallace. Remember earlier in stage 1, he got that speeding penalty and had to come back down pit road. But then fought back to 8th place here. One of the fastest cars on the track.
segment here. Bubba said car's really good. I'm just cruising right now.
I would say, too, when things aren't going your way, 3 consecutive finishes outside the top 30, you get the speeding penalty tonight. If you can overcome that and finish in the top 10, and it's that kind of a run that gets you back, does a lot for momentum and adds a lot of belief.
Also, what the hell is Chumba Casino?
What the team circle on the calendar as the motivating moment of the year, right? We're going to focus on the highlights, the wins, the great runs, the great this, but sometimes it's the great recovery, or when your relationship or teamwork's been tested and you've persevered through to have success on the other side. Those can be as important for an organization. Remember, newer crew chief for Bubba Wallace had so much time with Booty Barker on top of the pit box. You know, these type of battles are going to solidify this crew chief. The night of Chase Elliott, though, just has not had the night we'd expect. Currently 17th, working on McDowell right here for 16th.
Yeah, he and McDowell both have slid out of the top 10 as the nights went on, and that's what allowed these other drivers like Busch and so forth to be able to get themselves up toward the front of the field. A lot of cars struggling as this race goes on. You see Briscoe down there at 20th, not able to bring that 19 car up back to the top 5 where he started earlier today.
Right. Advertising an online slot machine. Fucking wonderful.
Yeah, they were out to lunch when this race started. They worked really hard to be able to stay in this race. I think they've got to be happy to be sitting here at 18. Maybe some opportunities late in this race, some restarts like we had last year to turn this into a top 15 or even a top 10 finish. His first career Xfinity win came at Michigan, where we go next week. But 2 weeks is when they circled the calendar, Mexico City. I cannot wait to watch Mexico City celebrate Daniel Suarez in 2 weeks' time on Prime.
You see on the bottom of the pylon, final pit window open, meaning if you hit it here, you can make it to the end of the race, no problem on fuel. I only bring that up. These cars,
All right, final pit window now open, probably based on gas more than tires. But there might be some rain coming in, so that could affect it.
but we don't really know where any of them are at. You see Jonathan Hassler, crew chief for Blaney, right there on the bottom. Blaney's last pit stop, 10.5 seconds. So that should be 14 or 15 gallons. I only say that because this next wave of pit stops, much like last week in the Coca-Cola 600, it was detrimental to Denny Hamlin. That adjustment was magical to Ross Chastain, who came down and ran Byron downhill. Who is going to feed into that? Who believes they're one pit stop away from the perfect adjustment?
And now we get into the fourth quarter of the race. You got to be able to finish the deal. Blaney in position right now. He's in front of Hamlin, Logano, Jones, and Byron. NASCAR on Prime, live in Nashville.
When my doctor gave me Breztri for my COPD, I noticed things changed. Breztri gave me better breathing starting within 5 minutes. It also reduced flare-ups.
Breztri won't replace a rescue inhaler for sudden breathing problems. It is not for asthma. Tell your doctor if you have a heart condition or high blood pressure before taking it. Don't take Breztri more than prescribed. Breztri may increase your risk of thrush, pneumonia, and osteoporosis. Call your doctor if worsened breathing, chest pain, mouth or tongue swelling, problems urinating, vision changes, or eye pain occur.
Ask your doctor about Breztri.
From racetrack to road, Mobil 1 Motor Oils make whatever you drive more beautifully.
There's a reason Chevy is called the heartbeat of America. The heartbeat's strong, steady, unwavering. Like the people who keep this country moving, doing what they do best. Helping neighbors, pitching in, getting it done. For them, only America's most dependable truck will do. And every Chevy truck, like every Chevy driver, dependability comes standard.
Meet the IHOP House Faves value menu. Everything's just $6. Like the breakfast faves combo. $6. French toast breakfast, $6. $6 for all this and all that. That's a lot of breakfast for $6. Weekdays at IHOP.
This is just another round of improv.
We told our bosses that we were about to bring in 3 major players, not a bunch of clowns. Clowning is an art.
Rain's probably not going to hit the track. Okay.
laps to go in Nashville. Let's go to Kim for the Cracker Barrel 400 pit road report.
Yeah, Ryan Blaney at the point, lap 2 of this run. He came on the radio and said, should I start saving fuel? They said, yes, if you can, but manage the gap. Here's what he said about 20 laps ago when we saw Hamlin and Logano battling it out. So already trying to shorten up their pits. I'm assuming we see a green flag stop for Ryan Blaney. Marty?
Kim, we told you during the last stop, Denny Hamlin had no drink system inside his car, and now also he has no helmet hose either. Listen to the radio. Denny Hamlin obviously not very happy with his team, and that those two things inside the car have failed. So, Trevor,
Oh, both cooling hoses for Lord Hamlin have failed. Nashville is hot this time of year. That being said, it's nighttime. Maybe that'll help a tad.
We just heard Kim talk about Blaney saying, hey, should I save fuel? What is everybody else? All of these crew chiefs are watching all the data for all the different teams to know how hard they are pushing. So if we take a peek at Blaney and how much
The burn bar.
look at our burn bar, miles per gallon. This is basically a 4.5 miles per gallon is how far the 12 can go. And each team calculates this on all the other competitors. We calculated it on all drivers in the field over the first stage, and we tried to get a little bit
Wait.
of a glimpse. If this 12 is trying to stretch it to the finish,
Nah, you can't run 4.5 miles per gallon and make it to the end. I think there's only 18 gallons. Wait. Oh. Wait. Nah, of course he can make that. 18 times 4.5 is 18 4.5 is 81. So you can make it to the end if you burn on that. SVG and Briscoe. That's for commercial free. For the next 62 laps are going to be green. Sorry, are going to be commercial free. I'm going to take a picture of that. I want to get side by side of SVG and Briscoe and whatnot. I really want to get a good picture.
You're starting to see the performance. You're starting to see the understanding. He knows, his teammates have about the same amount of pace, and he's able to.
But it's so good to see Red Bull on a Cup car.
Couldn't learn how to get around here without a great race car. Now they're giving him good cars. Now he's starting to run better and really improve. Good to see.
And that takes me to Trackhouse Big Picture. This is their home track. This is where
There we go.
lives, the entertainment portion of their business set up here in Nashville, Tennessee. This weekend, the group making their 300th start in NASCAR's Cup Series. 3 full-time teams. We talked about the big win in the Crown Jewel last week in the Pro 600. They've done an unbelievable job of growing over there.
All right, talk about how important the fuel burn was. We talked about Blaney, Logano, short on pit road. We saw the fuel can trying to stay plugged in. Well, look at him. He's going about 4.8 miles per gallon, so his burn is less. Logano, the master, went 110 laps here last time. He's trying to save more gas than Blaney to try to leapfrog him on the pit stop.
What's up, Marty?
As Ben Bayshore promised, they did not get it full. He said we would pay the price later. That comes right now for Eric Jones, who's been a top 5 car all of stage 3, hitting with 58 to go. They should be able to hit here, obviously.
All right, Jones having to pit a little earlier because they used up a lot more on the last run.
What's the advantage of that, Steve?
Well, you're just trying to not burn as much time under green because the cars are spread out. When everybody comes at once under yellow, you can kind of leapfrog them on pit road. We're going to see if it works out, though. Hocevar on pit road now, Kim.
Yeah, and their last stop was a little shorter than others, and I asked them if they felt good. They said fuel on the last stop was exactly the number they were aiming for what that's worth. Really happy, though, with the
right, Ross completes his pit stop, 12-2. Here's Logano. And here comes Larson. $11 flat. Trying to get all that fuel in. Makes me wonder if the 11 will screw it up again. Larson a good stop, a 10-3. Here comes Bubba Wallace. Good stop for Bubba, a 10-1. He pits. And Blaney and Herbst pitting. And Busher. And Chase Elliott. 11-1 for Elliott. Blaney, a 10-4. Herbst a 10-6. Briscoe and Allmendinger and Nemechek on pit road. I missed Herbst's pit stop time, I think. Allmendinger 10-1. Christopher Bell hits pit road. Tyler Reddick hits pit road. Zane Smith hits pit road. Allmendinger and Nemechek are 10-1s. Briscoe gets a 9-4. Busch begins his pit stop. Busch a 9-9. Bell a 9 flat. Good stop. 10-1 for Reddick. Zane Smith, 7-1, 2 tires only. William Byron hits pit road. So does Cole Custer and Daniel Suarez and Todd Gilliland. Oh, what the hell happened here? All right. Byron an 11-8. Custer 10-8. Suarez 2-6. Suarez a 2-6. That can't be right. You wouldn't take a... Those are just bid for fuel only. Gillen 10-6.
That the racing gods are shining on you and we don't get an untimely caution in the middle of the cycle. Hamlin, Cindric, SVG, Austin Dillon, Keselowski, all those guys up there at the top have not made a stop. I mean, you ask yourself, Hamlin is 3.5 seconds back. Do they have an ace up their sleeve? Do they think they'll be able to have a much shorter pit stop? Are they just hoping for the yellow that I talked about? We heard that report from Marty, the driver. You see him visor up, no air getting to the helmet.
Damn. Just like last week. The Hamlin cam. I call that the Camlin.
Not just somehow, but the question of fuel on board will be answered. When they get to the switch, he then knows exactly how many laps he has to run to the finish. They'll put under green. If he only needs 9 gallons, that's all they'll be in the pit box for. There'll be no guesswork. There'll be no extra fuel. We are talking
passed by Riley Herbst. And again, I think he's trying to save. Or no, he's not. 4.7 miles per gallon. Okay. Well, I don't know. Well, I don't know what his burn rate was before that. Coming in. Stumbling up still.
Blaney go by, and that'll be the race when Hamlin comes off of the 12 coming back around.
Absolutely, the 12 has to finish his lap. He has a whole lap to make up. The question now is, what do they have? I'm assuming 4 tires, but is it a 9-second pit stop? We've seen a lot of 10.5s, Marty.
Priest also pits. Hocevar also seems to have jumped to second. Hamlin a 10 flat. Priest a 9.5. Chad Fincham for Garage 66 also on pit road. I think I didn't. Let's see, where's Blaney? He just ran by there. That's a lot more than 3.5 seconds. There's Logano, Jones, Bubba Wallace, Chase, and William Byron. Byron fell back from, I think, 5th to 7th. Five and a half seconds. Can he get there? 5.3, 5.2. Cindric, pit road. So does Shane Van Gisbergen and Ty Gibbs also pit.
Now, the interesting thing for Cindric is that the car was stuck in 5th gear for much of the end of that run. He said he can downshift, but he has to use the clutch. So he's been busy behind the wheel. We'll see how this exit of pit road looks like. It looks pretty clean there.
11.4 for Cindric, 10.1 for SVG.
Sorry, a couple tenths faster than Blaney, and they did such a good job.
5 seconds.
Look at all this talking about Hamlin, and we were talking about Logano, and here's the 77. Tony was 6th when the cycle began, Dale.
So is he the Chastain tonight? Remember last week we were talking about Hamlin and fuel and all these things, and next week we blinked. Chastain was on the scene with the fastest car here, right? As Hocevar found that magic to run down Blaney.
Let's see. I'm skeptical of that. I'd love it if he did, but again, we shall see. Whoa, look at Buescher split in the middle between Josh Berry and Cole Custer. Gets Chase Elliott a little draft ahead of him, and that gets him past those two.
I go back to that first crew win, Coke 600 2017, when they played the fuel mileage game. Down front right now, Trevor.
And the 3 cars trying to make it to about that 269. That's still window. They couldn't really make it to, but Austin Dillon's loving that clean air right now. And right behind him, the 6 car, Brad Keselowski. Remember last week he hit that crew member on pit road, got a penalty. Today had the issue with the 42 and then the 67. So another day where the issues just keep arising for that 16 when they have a fast race car.
Josh Berry up there as well, trying to overcome the penalty.
Yeah, he got a penalty at the start of stage 3, I think. But he has the pit still. 4.6 for there's the very slow 48.
traffic cleaner yet. It's not just this one or two cars. There's about 6 or 7 cars right here in front of Blaney that he's going to have to find his way by. And his lap times are struggling because of it.
The leaders earlier were able to slice through the traffic pretty decently.
You're going to have some clean racetrack to work with.
A little bit of both, and I think this is when the veteran champion of Ryan Blaney is what they want to lean on. He can be emotional on the radio, but I don't see that hurt his lap time, and I think at this point, he just needs to focus at the 42. He gets emotional because his IQ of racing is so high, he knows what's happening behind him. He doesn't need an update.
Nemechek not letting him by. He's a lap down, by the way. Nemechek's listed in 29th. Oh, wheel by Blaney. Oh, boy. Austin Dillon pits from third. 2 cars left to pit ahead of the leaders. Well, who will be the leaders? And he wasn't even in the wake there, I don't think. That was off the wake of the 42. Can we get more? Wait, what's the margin? Hold on. Margin. Finding it. 3.6.
That's great for Blaney to know he relates to what I'm feeling. I just need somebody to say, man, I know how you feel, all right? But you know, Vita will work forever with Harvick. And when Harvick retires, he comes over and now he works with Ryan Blaney. He has really found the
3.5.
that emotional point where that bright yellow Menards paint scheme is
2 cars now. Well, Yaley doesn't count. He's pretty slow. 3 point. No, that's broken. Oh, Hocevar Keselowski pits. Everyone who has needed to pit is now pit. Now we can see the margin, and it's 3.1. I need a 10th a lap. And the problem is, even if he gets us up, he also has to make. He might have one chance to make the pass, especially with aero blocking being a factor. Last lap, he was 2/10 faster. Blaney still is not clear of Nemechek, getting through past the 66 now. Ryan Preece is also lurking behind him. That last lap, Blaney lost another 3/10. We'll see how he gets through the lap traffic. He was slower that lap by 300ths. And there's Hamlin. 30 laps, 28 to go.
By the way, early congratulations to Denny Hamlin and his fiance Jordan, because they're expecting a baby boy anytime. We didn't know Hamlin was going to race here tonight, right? So he goes home, could have a new baby here this week, and we offer our congratulations before it even happens. This will be a battle here shortly. The 77's going to start to struggle a little bit with those cars in front of him.
Blaney, yeah, now he's running equal with Blaney. The gap now to Hocevar's about 2.6.
When Blaney passes you, that's putting you a lap down. Hocevar and Hamlin, you're already a lap down. Hocevar is now struggling, running 30-30s. He's lost about 2/10.
Now, Hocevar also had 5 lap older tires compared to Ryan Blaney. Last lap, he was faster. The battle resumed. Byron takes 5th. And Logano's not that far behind. Far ahead. Wallace is not that far behind. We could have a 4-car battle for 4th. What happened to SVG? Whoa! Good save for SVG. My God. Hocevar's run is stalled. So is Hamlin's. More traffic, but the same problem for Hocevar and Hamlin coming up. And that's next week. Blaney to the inside of Ty Dillon. Gonna get him. Bubba Wallace got Jones for 6th.
You talked about it early, this horrendous run of finishes for 23-11, and specifically Bubba Wallace. I mean, look at that, 35th, 33rd, 33rd. I thought it all came apart today when he had a penalty on pit road, but here he is back in 6th. What a recovery out of this 23 car. It may only look like a top 5 at the end of the day. He's able to get Byron in front of him for 5th, but it could have been much worse, and a much-needed swing of momentum after the final 3.
That 8th place finish at Talladega, the only top 10 for the organization in the last 5 races at 23-11.
And Danny put him on notice. He wants to see more out of the organization. So, Bubba responded today.
Reddick was great last week, had the speeding penalty. He's had some problems here tonight. He's 11th right now as we hit 21 laps to go.
2.1.
Hocevar knocked a little chunk out of it. Oh, the 3-car way up the racetrack right there now, outside of turn 1 and 2.
That'll be helpful for Hocevar. Or no. Oh, yes, it will. Okay. He made it by. Jeez.
He's closed in a little bit. Well, remember earlier in the day, we heard a lot of people talking about brake fade, brake shake, brake issues. 81-lap run where they're absolutely pushing the hardest. Still have 21 laps to go. So if we run this green to the finish, it'll be the longest thing. See right here. Oh, just a bit.
Oh, my
You wonder if that's a braking thing, so I bring it up.
Lord.
Balance, your tires, everything's bad.
So many people have got loose on entry. It's been wild to see them save some of those slides.
Don't tell Blaney about any of this. I mean, he'd have a heart attack behind the wheel because he does not want.
I mean, he's not even close to getting.
I'm hopeful that they're telling Blaney, look, the lead's kind of flattened out a little bit, and they're in the same amount of traffic that you are. What you're feeling, they're also feeling back there behind the cars that they're chasing. 19 laps to go. Actually, the lead is growing a little bit.
That's a good point, Dale. Don't let the game. You and I talk about this a lot with strategy. Hey, let the driver know what the plan is. Well, now it's not about strategy. Now it's about perspective. Let's try to reduce the anxiety to the driver who he must feel like he is getting killed on time because 88's not getting any closer. We have to go by him. And this is the gap. You're doing great.
You talk about the level of concentration. We're on an 84-lap run here with a green flag pit stop sandwiched in the middle of it. So you have to execute. The margin for error is 0 to 12. Let's get a report from Kim.
Yeah, and right now Ryan Blaney has been quiet on the radio. The majority of the chatter has been from his spotter, Tim Kua, just giving him black cars that are front, what he's going to have to do to get around them. Let's look at Carson Hocevar running that second position. Yes, would he love to win this race? Absolutely, but bigger than that, they have been fast this year, that they just have not had the finishes to show for it. Variety of issues, 2 fuel pumps, 2 engines, some bad luck during green flag stops. A lot of stuff has gone wrong, and Carson told me he always goes to these races in the last 50 to 80 laps thinking what's going to
2.5. The lead has gotten back out. Blaney did get past SVG.
You know, that experience. We can talk about simulators and studying and notes and all those things, but sometimes you just have to do it. And last week he did it. You see hand out the window right here. I think he's just thanking maybe for somebody who's letting him go. Oh, he's waving the 3-by right here. Yeah, so right there, I think only 4 off the cut line. Yeah, the 3 pitted so much later. He's got a little bit better tire. So he's trying to let it go by. You must know that he's struggling with the comfort of his race car, and he doesn't, you know, he doesn't want that 3 back there pestering a little bit. Trying to maintain this spot. He knows that Denny's coming and close it in. 15 to go. He was like, what are you doing? Race a little frustrated. Up with the 3. Racing Insights giving us the numbers on Blaney. First on long run speed. Overall speed outstanding as well.
Oh, he still hasn't cleared SVG. Okay.
I told you the Hosevar camera. Yeah. Signals. We got it all. Carson got it all. He does not disappoint. No. And I think he's going to become a fan favorite. I think some are going to really not like him. If you're a Ricky Stenhouse fan, you probably don't love Carson Hosevar today. But if, you know, people lack personality, and Carson Hosevar does not lack the personality.
I would say he's found the balance, but if we're being honest, he's crossed the line a lot. Not afraid, not apologetic.
He comes home at 9:15 a lot. Well, the 9th misses his curfew. Night's not over yet. He's still got to hold off this 11 car, Denny Hamlin.
Yeah, that'll probably be the battle for Carson now. It'll tie his best career finish that he got at Atlanta, a race he probably would have won if not for the caution getting called right before they exited turn 4.
Right there, what we saw, Denny go to the top of the racetrack. Hey, I'm going to go get some clean air. It didn't work. Hosevar actually gained time on him. What's happened is, as we've gotten late into this race, it's gotten bottom dominant. The track's cooled off, and the cars now are feeding down the racetrack to where the grip and the speed is. You can run that higher line, but it's not as fast just because it's more feet. And so, where that was working for these teams earlier in the daylight or later in the evening, not an option anymore late in this race, so this will be a tough pass.
More of that track evolution. Chastain, Bell, Reddick, 9th, 10th, 11th. The battle for the top 10. That goes into the stat books. Reddick tries to fall to the left rear quarter panel of Bell. He gets there. He tries to side draft and down the backstretch. They're side by side through turn 3. Going back and forth like something that goes back and forth. Almost hit the wall, Bell did. Reddick, second to that quarter panel. Chastain's ahead of them, probably fine in the 9th place. 10 laps to go now. Reddick holds the inside lane. Can he clear Bell off a 2? Yes, he will. I mean, how many drivers hit 700 starts? So let's see. Ricky Rudd at the 2001 Carolina Dodge Dealers 400 finished 8th. Bobby Allison in September of 1987 at Martinsville finished 8th. Rusty Wallace at the Kansas 400, whatever the sponsor was, finished 7th in 05 at Kansas. Rusty Wallace did. Harvick, the O'Reilly Auto Parts 400 in 2020 at Texas, finished 5th. Richard Petty at Michigan in 1976 in June, might have been the Gabriel 400, finished 4th. Jeff Gordon at the 2013 Southern 500, he finished 3rd in his 700th start. Reddick going for 9th now on Ross Chastain. Maybe the last position he takes on the day. It's tight. We're coming out of 7 to go as Blaney crosses the start-finish line. Reddick trying to hold the line just like he did in turns 1 and 2 to pass Bell. They'll remain side by side as they come off before. Reddick's going to clear. He takes the 8th place. The 9th place, excuse me. Here comes Bell with a big run off of 2. Side by side with Ross. Now this is once again for the top 10. That notch on your stat list. Lap car might be a factor here. They're going to be 3 wide with the lap car. Battle for 10th ongoing, and Kyle Busch not far behind. Ross not giving that up. Bell trying to wrap it low. Gap between 2nd and 3rd right now is 0.3 or around 0.4.
They can just get on the positive side of it. All of a sudden, second half of the regular season could be good to them. His only top 5 this year came on the road course in Austin, Texas, Circuit of the Americas. With all these road course races, maybe that's a chance for the 8 to get it going in the right direction. 5 to go in the event tonight.
Hey, you got to credit Kyle Busch. Always maintaining a good attitude and fighting hard.
Bell's clear of Chastain. He takes 10th.
Now is the point where the last thing Ryan Blaney wants to hear is about a caution. He wants to see that white flag, get this race official. We saw this car in practice, phenomenal lap times. The cars all practice in 2 groups, so it's kind of hard to really tell who's great. But this 12 car stood out. They've had a lot of speed all year long. Some issues, blown motors, things like that. They've not allowed them to get the win and get the finishes that they deserve.
3 to go. So 4 miles as you have Blaney coming down the backstretch. Now in 3 and 4. Still behind SVG, who is on better tires by quite a margin. All right, coming to 2 to go. I mean, Blaney's been so good in so many races, the hard-to-pass races, like this one. The glass slipper is broken in almost all of them. Will today be the day it fits the foot? White flag is out. Last lap at Nashville. It was a summer race last year where Blaney got his winning season rolling. It was the win at the inaugural race at Iowa. Down the backstretch for the final time. The champion of 2 years ago, gonna join his other Ford compatriots. Cindric at Talladega, Logano at Texas, Berry at Vegas, and now Blaney at Nashville. Ryan Blaney wins the Cracker Barrel 400. His 14th career victory. Hocevar 2nd, Hamlin 3rd, Logano 4th, Byron 5th, Bubba Wallace in 6th, Eric Jones 7th, Kyle Larson in 8th, Tyler Reddick in 9th, Christopher Bell in 10th. Blaney finally gets his first win on the season. Hocevar matches his career best. Bubba Wallace and Kyle Larson, great comebacks from their earlier misfortune, and a solid top 10 for Eric Jones to continue the much better season of 2025 for Legacy Motor Club.
Schedule. Went 0 for 14 to start the season a year ago, and all 4 of their cars have won this year when you put Josh Berry in the mix because the Wood Brothers partnership at Team 16, he's going to salute the fans. A sellout crowd tonight in Nashville, and they're happy to see Ryan.
That's a good shot.
Wins now for Team Penske as an organization. Tied with Junior Johnson and Associates for fourth on the all-time list.
And now we can officially say welcome to the 2025 playoffs. Ryan Blaney. He made the trek to Nashville early this week, and he leaves with a spot in the playoffs. A checkered flag and a trophy. He'll find the young fan in the stands once he gets this flag to hand it to. Usually looking for a Ryan Blaney shirt.
And Blaney heading into the grandstands, just like Ross did. Gonna give the checkered flag to a fan, shaking a hand, and heading back out.
Delivered personally by the race winner to that young fan. Well, I tell you, Ryan, after another frustrating week last weekend in Charlotte, were you beginning to wonder, is this ever going to happen, that you would get to the playoffs with a win?
I never gave up hope, that's for sure. We've had a great speed all year. It just hasn't really, been the best year for us as far as good fortune. But the 12 boys are awesome. They stick with it no matter how it goes, and it was great to finish one out tonight.
How much did the game change for you guys on the 12 team when Hassler made the call for the two-tire stop at the end of stage one and you got all that track position?
Yeah, I thought it was a good call. We drove up to 7th there in the first stage. I thought 2 tires were great. I thought my car was really good, and that really set us up for the rest of the race. So great job by him as always. All the 12 boys appreciate what they do. Pit crew is great. Appreciate Menards, Cardell, Ford Motor Company, Ross Yates Engines, or just kind of Tire Wabash, Ford Snap-on Decks, Imaging Body Armor, a lot. Advanced Auto Parts. Everything what they do, it's nice that it's finally happening. So I'm ready to go celebrate.
Now, normally you don't do burnouts after a win, but Corey LaJoie loves to grade burnouts, so I'm sure he's very happy you gave him one.
I didn't think it was very good, but I don't know. Did the crowd like the burnout or not? Oh, they liked it, so that's all that matters.
They liked it, and Corey will grade it here in a little bit. Ryan Blaney wins in front of the sold-out house here at Nashville Superspeedway.
Unbelievable team win. What a weekend. What a night for Ryan Blaney. Wins the stage, leads 139 laps. Execution down the stretch, and he's able to secure his first win of 2025.
Another great result for Blaney, but another great result too for young driver Carson Hosevar. We've seen the speed out of this.
All right, so next week is Michigan. ARCA on Friday, Trucks on Saturday, which is on Fox, by the way. ARCA's on FS2, and Cup on Sunday. One of NASCAR's fastest tracks, one of the longer ones, and one of the wider ones. Thanks to everyone who showed up tonight. Hope you all enjoyed it. I'll try to get another video uploaded for, this weekend. Maybe it'll be 2016 Trucks or 1980 IndyCar. Nevertheless, thanks y'all. Thanks everyone who's showing up. See you guys next week. BowserJrXD signing off. Have a good one.